6:48 on the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Gio just reminded me about how I'm going to save about $600 this weekend by not going to Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Although I haven't ruled it out yet. I can buy tickets there, can't I?
Yeah, you just walk right up.
Hey, you can always just walk in the door like you used to do.
I did do that one time.
Nah, they've gotten better at that stuff.
Yeah.
They scan your passes now when you walk in.
Oh,
Yeah.
fancy.
This is like the first year I haven't gone in 6-7 years.
I went 1 year and I got beat up. I wouldn't say I got beat up, but I got assaulted from behind by a group of chickens. I've never seen people run so far and so fast. So I went there one time, and this other radio show harassed me and my family, and then I broke it down and was like, time to fight. And they ran, and I watched this little fat kid. He ran down the escalator outside the building and was running towards Amalie Arena and still kept running outside. I was like, I ain't chasing you, buddy. Just letting you know right now, you had me at the escalator. I wasn't going downstairs to get you. That was just funny. I never saw five guys scatter so fast in different directions. I'm like, you bag of pussies.
Like roaches.
Yeah. All right, Carmen, what are we giving away today?
Okay, so we have a bunch of stuff.
You should give away a handful of your spicy meatballs.
Yeah. Not enough. We have tickets for Imposters of Rock. We have tickets for Yngwie Malmsteen, Stone Temple Pilots, Jane's Addiction, and Better Than Ezra.
Oh, somebody took the big fat pink ticket?
Yes. Jesus.
Do you see that video that's going around now?
Yeah, from the DNC?
No, of Pink.
Yeah.
Where she's flying over the crowd. Was that that wasn't from the DNC?
Well, I don't know, because the video that I saw was her at the DNC, and she's wearing some very tight clothing, and it's the first time I ever said, oh man, Gio might be right.
No. I saw a video of her flying over the crowd.
Well, she does that in concert all the time, yeah.
But it just started coming up now that we started talking about it.
I'm not spreading the rumor. I just read that somewhere.
Yeah.
Don't blame the internet.
All right.
Well, they should change her name from Pink to Chunk. No. Yesterday, Calvin, was our 11th anniversary of Sullivan and Son.
I saw that you posted it. Yeah, wow. I would not have guessed 11 years ago.
Me either. If you want to see, it's up on our Instagram at the Mike Calta Show. There's pictures of Galvin and I in the background when we were on Sullivan and Son on TBS. And also, I found a picture of me and Michael Buffer yesterday, where Michael Buffer looks fantastic.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How old was it?
Oh, God. It's got to be 1997, 98. Yeah. It is a picture of me and Michael Buffer when they did WCW wrestling at the fairgrounds here. And I met him backstage there, and he was very cool. But anyway, I found it in a book, a photo album, and I just took a picture of the photo album book and put it up there. And people were like, fake, it's a fake picture. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. But just so you know why I look a little bit weird is because there's plastic on me.
Why, out of all the pictures that you have with different celebrities, would you put up a fake picture of you and Michael Buffer?
I don't know. I don't know. And I don't really care. I'm just letting you know why it looks the way it looks.
For that internet clout, man.
Yeah. Not even Bruce Buffer.
I saw Michael Buffer after a fight. I was out in Vegas for a fight, and he was at the Mandalay Bay, and he was at the bar, and he was sitting at the table, and he had his tuxedo on, and his shirt open, and his bow tie undone, and he had two girls on either side of him that looked like showgirls, like they were in nice gowns and stuff, and I was like, that's Michael Buffer. That's how you should be all the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Two girls.
I gave the head nod, and he gave the head nod back. Like, yeah, I'll probably bang them both. Ladies, get ready to rumble.
This is Katrina and Sabrina.
Yeah.
All right, let's give some stuff away with a little bit of Sporkle. Here we go. Carmen is the keeper of Sporkle. Pap is your judge and scorekeeper. Carmen, what are we playing today?
Okay, today we're going to be playing 2 movies, 1 first name. Can you name the 2 stars of the movies that share a first name?
All right. Don't forget, Mike is going for 2. Gio, activated.
He's going for 3. Three in a row.
In a row. Yeah, he has 2 going for 3 in a row. That's my bad. Activated.
All right, so I'm going to give you 2 movies, and each star of that movie shares a first name. You're giving me that first name that they share.
All right.
Okay?
Yes.
Your first one. Same time next year.
Alan.
Mike. Miami Blues. Our man in Galvin.
Who?
Alec Baldwin.
In one of them. Hot Rod. Things to do.
Andy.
Galvin.
Andy.
The house bunny, Pitch Perfect.
What is her name?
The
Anna
house.
Faris.
Yeah, Anna.
Anna.
Well, he said it.
Judge.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. But it's not
it's just
one.
It's just the first name. It's
Correct.
not because it's one name.
Anna Faris wasn't in both of those.
Yeah, but he said Anna.
But we've done that a million
What's
times.
on the-
What
I'm not
is
a
the
judge.
thing?
What's
Yeah.
on
On the paper is Anna.
Hello, Judge. Do you have a ruling?
Yes.
Yes.
Joe.
Point Spanish.
Yeah.
Do you understand what's going on?
Yes, he does.
What just happened?
What just happened? Explain it to me.
Don't even.
The answer is
Yeah.
Anna. He said Anna Faris.
Nope. Okay.
He said the word Anna. That's okay. I don't care that he continued.
It's two.
Different.
The other
Anna.
one is not Anna Faris.
Yeah.
It is Anna.
Oh.
They both have the first name Anna.
Right, but he said the word Anna.
Okay. Whatever, whatever works.
We don't go by the paper now.
I guess not.
I've said the game's rigged forever.
I don't understand.
This is further proof.
There's.
Don't understand it.
All right.
I play by Jeopardy rule. Jeopardy, you
That's
would have
not
been
a Jeopardy
right.
roll.
Yeah, it certainly is. I watch
No.
Jeopardy every night. If you would have said Anna Faris, he already gave the correct answer. So it would be.
But that's
right.
not the correct answer.
Yeah.
But it is.
The correct
Anna.
answer is Anna.
Right, and then anything after that doesn't matter because the correct answer was already said. That's how
If
Jeopardy
you
works.
okay, so if they said what is pi, and I said 3.0 fire truck monkey balls, like that.
No, it's not a name.
well,
it's different.
but anything after the answer
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
But it's you're still
But-
answering.
But the fact that this specific
so he's
game
still
is first
answering.
names
His first
only,
names only.
it makes it
Right.
different.
I vote no point Spanish. I say.
So vote on it.
Yeah,
I did. I am.
No,
but
I'm
I
saying,
would.
I wasn't talking to you. I'm talking about
okay.
the rest of the show. We can vote on it if you want to.
Yeah, let's vote.
All right.
No point.
no point.
All right. Point.
Point.
Yeah,
No
it's 3
point.
to 3.
Oh.
It's 3 to 3.
So no point.
Yeah, Carmen said no point.
Carmen's not the judge.
But I don't understand why I don't get the point. I answered Anna
But you said Anna after he said Anna.
after he said Anna Faris.
Well, he could burst out into song after he says
Yeah.
Anna. I don't care. He said the word.
I think Galvin should get the point
And
I
I
agree
agree.
with
should get the point.
Yeah.
because
I
that's
think
how
I
we've
should
always
point.
done it in the past.
Yes.
No.
And we're supposed to go
So
by what's on the paper.
Look at me. I'm not a judge.
I'm
So-
just saying
There's two judges. Whatever they decide, I will accept.
we're once again altering the rule in the middle of the game for no reason.
I'm making an official ruling. It's what's on the paper. On the paper is Anna, not Anna Faris. Therefore, Galvin gets the point.
There you go.
Thank you.
Okay.
The ruling.
She is the keeper of Sporkle.
Yeah.
Meatball.
Is that my nickname now?
Yeah.
Darn
It always has been. It just fits now.
Now you can say it out loud. All right.
Okay. Just to update.
Oh,
Galvin has 3.
geez.
Michael has 1. Spanish and Gio both have 0.
All right.
Okay. Gandhi,
I
Argo,
have 2.
Ben.
Spanish.
I think I have 2.
There's no way you could have
All right,
2.
all right.
We've only done 5.
All right.
Star Trek Into Darkness,
Chris.
Galvin. True Romance, Batman Begins.
Gary.
True Romance,
Christian.
Mike. Excuse me.
Not think of his name.
Angels in the Outfield, Matilda.
Kevin.
Joseph.
Angels in the Outfield, Matilda.
Oh.
Dad. Danny.
Danny DeVito.
Yes. It was in Matilda. I
Right,
don't know
right.
Angels in the Outfield, though.
Danny Glover.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was the star. Damn it.
Nanny McPhee, Easy A.
Emma.
Amy.
Emma. Galvin. Darkest Hour, High Noon.
John.
Darkest Hour, High Noon. Spanish, what is that face? Very scared. Scared me. Gary is who I was looking for. Oh God,
George.
Up in the Air. Yes, Mike Calta. The Grapes of Wrath, Man
Gregory.
of Steel.
Henry.
Spanish. Logan, About a Boy.
You.
Mike. School of Rock,
Jack.
Chinatown. Spanish. And Pap Pap We're halfway there.
Gio is not on the board. He has a total of 0 points.
Reactivated.
Spanish has 3. Michael has 4, and Galvin is your leader by 1. He's winning with 5.
All right, we are doing 2 movies, 1 shared first name. Your next one, The Transporter, Aquaman.
Jason.
Mike. Say Anything.
John.
Mike. Eat, Pray, Love.
Julia.
Galvin. Tremors, Dave.
Kevin.
Spanish. Personal Shopper, When in Rome. Personal Shopper, When in Rome.
Kate.
Did everyone answer?
I did not answer.
Personal Shopper, When in Rome.
Wendy. I don't know who this is.
Kristen.
That's what it is.
Father Stu, Dark
Mark.
Waters. Galvin.
Make sure you hear me.
My Week with Marilyn, Married to the Mob.
Michelle.
Galvin. Andy Hardy comes home, The Wrestler.
Rick.
Mickey.
Damn it.
Mike. M. Dr. Strangelove.
Peter.
Mike. American Gigolo.
Richard.
Mike. Deadpool. Drive.
Brian.
Galvin. And Pap.
Oof.
We are on the last 3.
Gio still has 0 points. No movement there. Spanish with 4. And Galvin and Mike are both tied up with 9.
Ugh. All right, last 3. 2 movies, 1 shared first name. Here we go. Goldfinger,
James.
Milk.
Sean.
Galvin. Cocoon, Bullet.
Steve.
Galvin.
Son of a beeswax.
Shuts the door. And your last one, Risky Business.
Tom.
Tom.
Anna.
Your final score, Gio still with 0. Spanish with 4 points on the board. Michael with 9. And Galvin is your triumphant champion today. He won with 12.
Kachaya! Woo, 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 woo!
What was before Bullet?
Cocoon.
Steve Gutenberg.
Coon. That was the one I
That's
couldn't get.
good.
I'm like, there's no Wilford in 2 of those.
It's funny, The Wrestler, I yelled Rick. I don't know why. Or, I think I do know why. I put
Randy the
together
Ram.
Randy the Ram Jam, and Mickey together and came up with Rick. I stopped after work before we had practice at Publix and got a wrap, and the guy behind the counter was totally Ram Jam. He had like bad tattoos on his forearms. A very nice guy, but very much like
the pencil.
just waiting to jam his hand into the meat grinder.
Man, you guys must watch way more movies than I do. I only recognized like 3 movies out of that entire game.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
I will tell you, I watch a lot of trailers,
Yeah.
and I mean, I've seen a lot of movies, obviously, but I watch a lot of trailers too, where I'll know at least who's in it.
I
you know?
literally recognized like 3 or 4 movies.
That Personal Shopper in the.
That was a good movie.
I have no idea what that is.
Kristen Stewart. She's I think it's a scary movie or like a suspenseful movie.
But like both of those, then When in Rome or whatever the
Never
other
seen it.
one was. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know what either of those
That's a
were.
Yeah.
girl movie.
Oh, okay.
I knew
Oh,
Deadpool,
man.
Batman Begins, and Risky Business.
Yeah.
Outside of that, I have not heard any of those movies.
Oh, you have.
I've not.
I'm saying it. You probably
I've
didn't
not
pick
seen
it up
them.
as it's going on.
Yeah,
but
not
I'm
seen
sure
them.
you know. I mean, I don't recall High Noon, but it's Clint
Yeah.
Eastwood.
I have no
Weird.
idea.
Well, I thought it was Clint Eastwood, but it
Me
wasn't.
too.
Well, it might have been.
I
but
said
it's-
Clint.
Yeah,
Well,
but it
if
doesn't
Clint's
have,
in the movie, he's the
Right.
star.
yeah, but it doesn't have to be in 2 movies.
Who was the?
yeah.
Oh yeah. But it was the star of the movie. Who was that, Carmen? What was
One more time.
High Noon?
Oh.
Or am I thinking? Are we thinking of High Plains Drifter?
Ooh,
High Noon, Clint Eastwood.
I don't know. I guess John Wayne.
I forget that was his name.
I gotta go find it.
It's all right.
Okay.
Gary Cooper,
Yeah,
Gary Cooper
that
was in
really
High Noon.
Gary.
and then we're thinking of High Plains Drifter. I think was the Clint Eastwood, maybe.
Well, whatever. Either way, Galvin wins. Galvin, what do we have coming up in news?
Coming up in news today, Icky, nice teeth dummy, and blur it, baby.
Blur it.
Blur it.
All right.
I think you might be interested in this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, blur it.
All right. Galvin Issue News. We'll take a quick break. We will do that next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to check in with Galvin. He's got today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
Before we get into this, if you're ordering pizzas, you have a group of people over, and you're ordering, let's say, 4 pizzas.
Okay.
What are you getting?
2 plain, 2 pepperoni.
Okay.
Or maybe 2 plain, 1 pepperoni, 1 sausage.
Yeah. All right.
What are you getting?
No, that's good. I think that makes complete sense.
Yeah.
You don't want to go crazy specific or anything like that.
No.
That's going to cover everyone pretty much. I will tell you, you are very accommodating. When I was vegetarian, anytime you would have something, we got this too. We got a veggie pizza.
Well,
we
sure,
got.
you can't
we
have
got
somebody
this, but I was
fight
always
somebody over that can't eat.
But I was always fine with whatever. Like, I don't want to be, putting people out where like, oh, we're gonna get something.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I'm all right. But yeah, that's good.
But it's easy to just keep somebody in mind when you're ordering. And,
Sure.
Especially, Calvin, when you make a list of people to invite over, like say you invite 10 people,
Mhm.
the first 4 matter, and then the other one's like,
Yeah.
oh, then
You're
that
lucky to
guy
be here.
comes.
Yeah.
You're lucky to be here.
A lot of ancillary.
It's a lot like Carmen with this stuff. You're lucky to be here. Here's one Pop-Tart.
Yeah. Have a spicy meatball.
Today's news is brought to you by Pelt Shoes. You
Yeah,
can
you
stop.
know how much I want to eat pizza
Pizza?
and Pop-Tarts
Oh, yeah.
right now. I'm
Oh,
starving.
What about a pizza with Pop-Tart?
Oh,
Yeah, Pop-Tart
Yeah.
pizza. Pelt has 6 locations throughout Pinellas, Sarasota, and Fort Myers. So you can stop out there and check out their complimentary 3D foot scan. Yeah, it's really cool. It's like the future. You step on it and it gives you all the information, emails it to you so you know exactly what kind of shoe will fit your foot perfectly. You don't want to be walking around with shoes don't fit right because that's going to cause knee pain and back pain and all that kind of stuff. And of course, with back to school going on, maybe your kids need some new shoes or you need some new shoes. Well, stop at the Pelt. Make sure you tell them Galvin from the Mike Calta Show sent you.
a couple of things before we get into news.
Sure.
I'm mad at somebody right now.
Oh, who you mad at?
Bread Bandits.
Why? Because they didn't deliver it right to your face?
Because they brought Joe List food last night.
Oh,
6 miles away from my house. Didn't bring
Yeah.
any food over here, you son of a bitches.
they're so good.
And when I say mad at you, I mean completely jealous.
Yeah.
I mean, I still love you and you still make the best.
Why did they
Bakery
bring
goods.
Joe food just because
I think
they
they're
like
like
Joe?
comedians.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Joe, I saw Joe List posted about it,
Yeah.
and then my mouth started watering and it made me very upset.
Delightful.
Also, the other thing is, yes, we know Titus O'Neil is spelling booty wrong in the commercial. I don't care. It's not my commercial. I don't know what to tell you. Titus is Titus. He's the godfather of Tampa Bay. He can, what do we say? Not the godfather.
He's the king of Tampa Bay. King of Tampa Bay.
Ron Diaz, the godfather. He's the king of Tampa Bay. Therefore, he can spell booty whichever way he wants, and it doesn't matter to me. I couldn't care less.
I have informed the powers that be that
he-
it's being spelled wrong.
What a rat.
Listen, I don't want him to be out there sounding like a
man.
dummy.
Yeah.
Well, and then
too late.
also-
He's already done.
And also, the code won't work. So
Right, yeah.
whatever he's
How do you know
giving-
if the code is booty, B-O-T-T-Y?
That's not booty.
Maybe that is.
That's body.
It's Anna Faris.
No.
You don't know.
I do know. I speak the English language for
Well,
quite some time now.
You spell
And
pie
I know
wrong
how to
before.
spell stuff.
You add fire truck to pie.
Yeah. I don't know whether I was spelling pie. So back at you.
So confused.
I wish we had pie in here right now.
And a fire truck.
Okay.
Pizza pie.
We can. I was like, we'll just order a pizza, but where the hell are you going to order a pizza from at
Yeah.
9 o'clock or
Three
7
Brothers is the
o'clock
only
in
one.
morning?
That's,
Yeah.
I don't even think they're open.
No, they're not open,
Yeah.
but I'm saying they would, they're the only ones that might go and turn the machines on and get it
Yeah.
going.
The other thing is that commercial. I have to call out. There's one commercial that plays on the air that I won't say, but I absolutely hate.
I know what you're
I know you know because I say it during the commercials all the time. But I just heard this last one. Incubus
Mm-hmm.
is coming to town.
Mm-hmm.
Who is going to that?
You would be surprised.
I would be.
lot
You're
of
going to
people.
go see Incubus?
I do. I like Incubus. Yeah, especially their first album, Science.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to play their other album in its entirety.
Yeah, I don't want
And
to.
it said, this is what it said. It said Incubus is going to play this album in its entirety and all their hits. Incubus had like 2 songs.
No, they had more than that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know that they were popular. So when I worked for the rock station and when they came out,
we're talking 1999, 2000.
Yeah, 2000. Right? Yeah, I'm right in that, 2000
okay, yeah,
2003, whatever. I know that they had 2 songs that were very popular, but then I don't know after that.
Yes, pardon me, and then that other one.
Drive.
I wish you were here.
Oh yeah, and then Drive.
Yeah, I'd say they probably have 5, 6 hits.
Same.
Look at Walter Allen with all those Funko Pops.
Oh, Nice to Know You. Nice
Yeah.
to Know You is another one. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Pardon me.
And Drive.
Drive.
Yeah.
Wish You Were Here.
Mhm.
Nice to Know You.
Yeah.
Stellar.
Yeah.
Yep.
Stellar, another one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Maybe I just hate that band.
I think he
That's
does.
what
It could be.
Yeah.
I actually saw Incubus when they first came out, and that was when I saw Hoobastank opening for them. And Hoobastank said, and I quote, our name is Hoobastank, like tuba, but and I go, nope, you're done. I go, you're done. Once you have to explain the name to me, it's over.
Game over.
Do you know that I don't know if I've told this before, but I went into the boss's office and I said, hey, I need a laptop. This is before everybody had laptops and the iPad hadn't been invented yet. And he was like, yeah, you do need a laptop. All right, get the laptop, play the Incubus record. And a record company bought me my laptop, and they had to play the Incubus record as a result of it. And I went, all right.
Good old days.
We used to get Xboxes that way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, we'll add this record, but you got to send us like 4 Xboxes to give away.
Yeah.
And we give away 1, and then people
Keep the
take the
rest
rest.
of them.
The other 3. Yeah.
I got the fattest I ever was when I first moved down here. I was 320.
You're welcome.
I was 320 pounds. No, it was prior to that up in Louisville because I worked for Active Rock Station and it was still going on. Every day after I got done doing the morning show, the program director would go, hey, so-and-so from whatever records is coming, we're going to go eat. You want to come with us? And they would just say, order whatever you want. Like, you want to get something to go to take home with you and stuff. It just so much food, the worst food. And I'd be like, yeah, I'm in.
I blame part of my fatness on Mike Olivero, but not his fault. Pete and I just couldn't afford anything, and Mike's like, I have these free CDB buffet coupons. We're like, all right, we'll eat whatever we can. And then we had to eat. We had to store it for the winter because you never knew when we were going to eat again. So we would just eat as much as we could.
I told you, we used to. The way they used to do it at the station I worked at was we would go up and tell the receptionist what the prizes were that we gave away, and she had all the stuff back there. So it'd be like, this person won a Subway value meal or whatever. And I'd go, all right, we had 5 winners for the Subway thing, whatever, and we'd have like 1 winner, and then I'd take the other 4, and I'd have those.
Eat fresh.
They were like, this guy wins so many radio contests. Ridiculous. But you're broke. You gotta do what you gotta do.
I was thinking yesterday, Galvin, like all these things in the beginning and how hard it was, Pete and I living together, but not having a pot to piss in between the two of us.
Yeah.
And now he's, super successful with his car business. I'm doing pretty good here. And I'm on I'm at the age where I'm looking towards the end of my career. Like people who are saying, podcasts are blowing radio out. Radio is going to be, I don't care. I'm leaving. It's not like I'm passing it on to my kids. I'm retiring soon. So, I don't care about any of that stuff. But I just started thinking about all the things that have gone right. There were so many years where everything could go wrong, went wrong. And I was thinking, for some reason, when I went to Aldi the other day, I was thinking about when I was on the country station. That was probably, even though I was on an AM sports radio station, I didn't know about sports, and I didn't even get out of the parking lot, the signal. It was still better than the time I was on the country station.
Yeah.
Not Outlaw, but on Q105. And I was on somebody else's show. Like, that was the hardest, to get up every day and try to go to that, knowing it was going nowhere. It was just a miserable existence.
Yeah.
But having success here and not having to sell stuff, not having to shove T-shirts down our listeners' throats to survive and begging them for stuff, just letting them, just doing a show that they can enjoy, like the Ron and Ron show when I was a kid. So it worked out good. And like I said, I'm retiring. So this is my big announcement.
No. All right. Well,
in the
we'll
next
see you later.
20 years. All right. Sorry, Gal. Let's get back to news.
A U.S. government report expected to stir debate concluded that fluoride in drinking water at twice the recommended limit is linked with lower IQ in children.
Oh.
Yeah, the
Stupid
report.
kids with good teeth.
The report, that's why I said nice teeth, dummy, based on analysis of previously published research, marks the first time a federal agency has determined with moderate confidence that there is a link between higher levels of fluoride exposure and lower IQ in kids. While the report was not designed to evaluate the health effects of fluoride in drinking water alone, it's a striking acknowledgement of potential neurological risk from high levels of fluoride. Fluoride strengthens teeth and reduces cavities by replacing minerals lost in normal wear and tear. That's according to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The addition of low levels of fluoride to drinking water has long been considered one of the greatest public health achievements of the last century, but now they're finding out the fluoride makes you have low IQ.
Oh, yeah, they just found this out.
I will tell you that I forget who, it may have been RFK that was talking about it, that I was like, oh my God, and started reading about it. And since then, I have not drank tap water.
Yeah.
I even whenever I make my tea, I pour bottled water into the teapot. Like
How often do we use tap water these days?
a lot. I mean, you're
Really?
getting it.
Shower with
You're
it?
getting a lot. I'm sure if you order water in a restaurant, if you're not getting a bottle of water, if you're, they're cooking stuff in the tap water, they're doing
Brush
a lot
your
of stuff.
teeth.
If
I
you're
just
making
assume-
pasta, you're probably using tap water.
But I just assume if you're cooking with it, you boil it, that you're
It does get
boiling,
rid of some.
But that's not true.
It does get rid of some, but not a
Some,
lot.
yeah.
Because they double the amount, the recommended amount. So you know.
and then brushing your teeth, you're
but
not
you still
drinking that
but it's still
in there.
yeah. So like the arguments with that kind of stuff, with like brushing your teeth and showering, is you're right. It's not as bad as just drinking it, but because they've doubled the recommended amount, you're still getting more than you should be.
Also, over
'Cause
the course of 50 years,
Yeah.
it may be a little bit here, a little bit here, but I mean, think of how many gallons of water you have swallowed while brushing your teeth.
And you don't even have to swallow it. Your skin also absorbs it, right?
Yes.
So-
Yeah. And it's one of the biggest reasons why your pineal gland gets calcified, which I know nobody really cares about, but that's like a huge thing. With
I didn't even know I
beings.
had a pineal gland until you started telling me about it.
Yeah, that's like one of the biggest things that separates us from a lot of other animals.
What's worse, that or the microplastics in the bottled water? Because they say that causes cancer.
Yeah.
I drink canned water.
Yeah, can water is good.
But
It's-
aluminum,
Yeah.
that's not good.
But it's bad. Like it's really bad in men because they find that a lot of the microplastic accumulates in your testicles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You want to check?
I would. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
My
Yeah.
testicles are completely made of plastic right now.
Yeah. It's not. That's not. That's not a good
They're like
thing.
bangers.
Yeah.
You get like a bottle of water. You don't know where we don't even know where that water came from.
No, dude. Nick could have been sitting in the sun
Yeah.
on some pallet for
Like I would like to test both of them and see.
Yeah.
Speaking of testicles, I saw a picture the other day, and it was a guy that had a boxer tattoo on his leg.
I think I saw that.
And when he's naked, he's got the punching bag right there.
Little speed bag.
That's funny.
Oh,
That's
it's like, you boxing fan? Well, check this out. How about this? Despite all manner of rumors and speculation, Beyonce did not make a surprise appearance on the final night of the Democratic National Convention. Her rep says that she was never scheduled to attend. So people are all waiting for it.
It's gonna be at the Trump show.
Didn't come out.
Oh man.
She actually just made Trump stop using one of her songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
had
always do that.
in the schedule. There was a big open space with had nothing in it, and that's why everybody thought it was
Yeah.
gonna be Beyonce.
Beyonce's coming.
Who would it end up being?
I don't think they had anybody.
Yeah.
Well, Pink
I think it was
there.
Pink, and then they dropped her into the crowd.
Yeah.
The cable snaps.
Killed
Yeah.
Texas
Oh my
delegates.
God.
That stuff was wild last night.
Oh, dude.
I couldn't watch it. I couldn't watch it. I watched the RNC one. That was ridiculous. I didn't want to watch this one.
Watching the crowd react when Kamala Harris walked on stage was mind blowing to me.
Yeah, I don't. Mark Hamill is really embarrassing himself, man.
It makes me hate Star Wars.
Yeah, I don't. Even if he was doing this for Trump, it's just the way he is. It's just so icky.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, how many tweets and different things did you see? If anyone dares make fun of Tim Wall's son,
Oh, my
I will
Yeah.
find you and destroy you. It's
So
like,
can I tell you?
all right.
Yesterday, when I didn't see it, I just read that he had cried during the thing, and then we talked about it, whether he had special needs or not.
Yeah, I didn't see it either, and that's why I said, is he special needs? I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, and then I did watch it, and I thought it was very sweet. The guy, with the kid, was emotional, but he was very proud that his father was up there, and I didn't see anything wrong with it. And I don't know, it wasn't anything to make fun of. And Ann Coulter called it weird, and all she did was say weird because they're calling her weird. And let it go. Stop being babies about everything. I mean, this is just how it's just such petty stuff. These are adults doing this to each other.
Well, it's funny because now you have Oprah who came out and it's her first thing, and DNC, and we want Harris as the president and stuff, and then everybody's putting out all the pictures of her with Weinstein, and they're like, good touch of character.
And Trump. She was the first one to put Trump on when Trump was talking about running for president.
Yeah.
Dude, Joe Rogan played it the other day of Trump on The View and how they all loved him. Whoopi Goldberg, like they all loved him and stuff because he was a Democrat.
Even Trump
before,
said that, he's like, until I ran for president, everybody liked me. Everybody went. He goes, I don't understand now.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this for you.
He's like, half the country hates me. He's like, I never had that my entire life until I ran for president.
Did you see? I don't get the Nelk boys. I don't understand their attraction.
It's weird.
But I know that they've had Trump on and stuff.
Yeah.
Last night, did you see their fake video they put out?
No.
They were watching the Democratic National Convention, and Kamala Harris came out, and they were like, "No, this is ridiculous." And they got up and smashed their TV with a sledgehammer. And I went, "Come on, TV smashing? That's so 2022."
They're really good friends with Dana White, and that's how they got Trump.
Yeah, I know, but I mean,
but yeah, I don't understand. They appeal to an audience that's not me. I get that they're huge; they've got a massive following.
Yeah,
but they're about as uninformed as you could possibly think of.
Did you ever see the video? I think it's Saturday Night Live, where I don't know if we talked about this, where it had Biden on, and they were going to bring in some influencers so that Biden would look cooler, and they'd have influencers. And did you see it?
I did not.
And he's like, "No, what is it you do?" And the guy goes, "I go up to people with the pipe and I put it there and say, chupapi monina." And he's like, how is that?
Yeah.
How is that going to affect the country? What would you say to Vladimir Putin? He goes, "I'd get close to him and I'd say, chupapi monina." And that's just exactly, it was great because that's what, who cares what these kids that were making videos in their mother's basement last week.
Kids in their 20s, man.
But I will tell you this. I did watch some of the Theo Von and
Trump.
Yeah.
God damn it. Theo Von is so funny.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want Theo Von to be in there and going, now how would you deal? I wanted Theo Von to talk about cocaine and his uncle buying a boat and all that other stuff. And it was funny.
That's my favorite part when Trump's like, the economy was the best it's ever been. And Theo goes, "Yeah, man, my cousin bought a boat." That's the greatest thing. That's made me laugh so many times over the last couple of days.
He was real Theo the whole time.
But it's also if you could show me an 8-second clip to explain Theo Von to me, that's it right there.
Yeah.
He said to the president, "Yeah, man, my cousin bought a boat."
Very funny stuff.
The average ATM fee hit a new record high. So whenever you go to the ATM and they charge you if you're not at your bank, you go to a different place. Obviously some places have.
Who does that, by the way?
Who does
anymore?
What?
Like nobody's going to get cash. Like I used to get murdered in fees, but now I don't get any cash out.
But if you're at the casino or if you're at a club or strip club or whatever, if you're getting money out, you're getting hit with those fees.
I think in Vegas it was like $25.
Yep.
Yeah. So the new record high is $4.77, and that's for anywhere around, not necessarily the higher end places. That's $3.19 charged by the ATM. Plus $1.58 your bank gets for out-of-network transactions.
Crazy.
Yeah. My wife has USAA, and I think they give the money back.
Oh.
So you get charged, but then they give the money back.
That's cool.
Yeah, I don't think my bank dings me, but whatever.
Mine does.
Yeah.
Mine does. Yeah, I get hit with the things, do you accept the fee? And you're like, yeah, I gotta get cash.
I can't. I hardly ever take cash out.
I rarely do.
No.
I rarely do. But when you have to, and you're like, all right, well,
it used to be the ATMs at Publix would have no fee, but I don't know if that's still a thing.
No, it's not. They have fees now.
They have fees now.
Yeah, you remember when everyone was super excited that they were dropping all their late fees and all this stuff?
Well, the good thing to do is just buy something and get cash back.
Yeah.
Do that. It makes it a lot easier. But yeah, you were saying that we were talking about the ATM fees at different places like casinos. They said Las Vegas, just off the ATM fees, make hundreds of millions of dollars just off the ATM fees.
Yeah.
Like think of all the different casinos, all the different ATMs, how many times people are going there. Anytime you go into an ATM, there's 3 people in front of you getting money out. They're like, I need to win this. My cousin needs a boat.
The ATMs are every 5 feet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was so funny. I told this a long time ago. A buddy of mine, we were going, when I was up in Destin, we were going over to Biloxi to the casino over there. And he goes, I don't have any cash. Do they have ATM there? And I go, you can give blood there if you want to. Like you can sell your shoes. There's all kind of ways to get you money there.
Yeah, when you hit the button, it tells you ATM, cash like
credit card advance.
yeah, all that stuff.
I love
your
sometimes
youngest child will take.
there's still every once in a while you go to like a dive bar and you get in there and it's cash only, and they have an ATM in the corner that has a crazy, and some like little mom and pop restaurants. The ATM has a huge $7-8 fee.
Yeah, they get you. So this is a pretty interesting thing. Police in California say homeowners have been blurring the image of their home on Google Maps to discourage burglars from targeting their homes. You actually can blur the image on Google Maps of your home. Did you know that you can do that?
No.
Yeah. So whenever you go to it, you click on the 3-button thing and you do like a report, whatever, and you'll be able to blur it out. But police say blurring your home might make you feel more secure, but it also may backfire on you because then thieves go on Google Maps and they go, I wonder what's there. And they get intrigued, come to your house.
What's this guy
thinking there's all kind of valuables and vulnerabilities to your home. Yeah.
One of the first homes that was exposed on Google Maps years and years ago was the White House.
Yeah.
They were like, hey, wait a second.
Yeah.
We're not supposed to see that.
If you go on Google Maps in my neighborhood, my daughter they got our car on the Google Maps. My daughter's hanging out the window like that.
Oh, really?
Because she saw the Google Maps car and she's like, roll the window. And she stuck her head out like this. And eventually it showed up on and she sent it to us and it's her like hanging out the window.
Yeah, it's funny because they'll have like a Google 1593 whatever Elm Street and thank me later, and then you Google it and you do like the move around thing, whatever. It's just some chick with her boobs out. Like, hey, I see the Google Maps thing.
They just had to take down a couple months ago. Google had photos of one of the U.S. military's top secret stealth drones that was going underwater.
Really?
Whoops.
Yeah, and they just put it out there. Then the government had to tell them to take it down. You got to take it down.
Hilarious. That was a time I put a picture of my Rectech up before Rectech had released that model, and everybody lost their minds. They were like, how do we get that? Where does that call? I was like, I don't know. Rectech's like, take it down.
I'm sorry.
Blur. Have you ever been billed for something or know somebody that got billed for something that was like, hey, I canceled that, or that's not supposed to be going on, or
Sure, of course. I get dinged every once in a while with something. I go, hey, wait a second, I canceled that.
How about this? An apartment complex billed a woman $15,000 for breaking her lease.
Not that.
Because she died.
Oh.
Broke her lease. The family told the management that she had passed away, and that's why she can no longer live there. But they still billed them for unpaid rent, along with additional fee for breaking the lease.
What?
Yeah. Sorry, she died. You owe us $15,000.
But who is responsible for that?
I mean, yeah, because she didn't cancel, but then I guess they canceled it and broke the lease because it's earlier than when her lease was up. But she's dead. And they're letting you know. Yeah, I'm sure it would be worked out, but there's probably a process, and they probably have to go to court.
And can't that? But isn't that like in the contract? Like if you die,
Usually most contracts do have that.
Right.
If you die,
upon
then
death.
it's null and void.
You got to go and show them a death certificate. And
when my mother died, I had to handle her banking stuff, and she had an account that was for automatic withdrawals, and things were automatically withdrawing, but she wasn't putting any money in it because she was dead. And I had to go to the bank, and they were like, well, these fees. And I go, yeah, I'm not paying those fees. This isn't my account. And they were like, well, these fees have to, I go, cool, go get them from her. That's
I don't understand. Yeah,
ridiculous.
That is weird.
If we can turn that TV on, I guess I waited too long. Sorry.
Right.
Joe can't understand what I'm pointing at the TV, what that means.
Idiot.
So I pointed at the TV, and Joe went like this to me.
I didn't know what you were asking.
I was asking about the TV.
I know.
Oh,
Thank you.
I'm not going to read
Oh,
it.
I know.
you do.
Sorry.
I
know.
I'm not reading it.
Police. Oh, now it's got something else on there.
Oh.
Police in Louisiana arrested a 23-year-old man after he tried to lock customers inside a Starbucks using a bike chain. So they were in there, and he just came up and locked his bike chain on the door.
I could think of worse places to be locked in.
Well, people freaked out for a few seconds, and then they walked out the other door.
All right.
So it was totally fine. The guy was arrested, and look at this guy. That looks like a guy that's going to try and trap you in a Starbucks.
Yeah.
James Thrash.
Yeah.
Huh?
What is going on?
If I'm trapped in the Starbucks, I'm eating so many cake pops.
Oh, man.
Even though there's another door, I'm still doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be like, I don't know when I'm getting out. I got to get this. Yeah.
You yell every man for himself, smash the glass.
This is one of those things where you get back at somebody, and it's pretty great. A woman sent herself an Apple AirTag in the mail as a trap to catch mail thieves, and it worked. On Monday,
really?
sheriff deputies responded to the Los Alamos post office to meet the woman after her mail was stolen again. It included the air tag that she sent to herself. Now that they were able to track the thieves, deputies traveled to where they were located, the suspects, and the victim's stolen mail and the tracking device and all. Additional pieces of mail and dozens of other victims were also recovered. Deputies arrested two ladies, a 27-year-old woman named Virginia Francesca Laura and of Santa Maria, and 37-year-old it's a guy and a lady. Donald Ashton Terry of Riverside. Laura and Terry were both booked into the jail. She faces possible charges for possession of stolen checks and credit cards, identity theft, and conspiracy, and is being held on a $50,000 bail.
Wow.
Yeah, how you like that?
That's a smart move to mail yourself the air tag.
That was a really good move. I wonder if she talked to somebody first. If she was like, hey, this is going on. They're like, nothing we can do about it. And she's like, I'll tell you how you can do about it.
Yeah, I like when somebody does the Find My iPhone or Find My Laptop, then they call the cops and they're like, I got him right in. They're like, we're too busy.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah. I saw a thing the other day. A guy said he got his laptop stolen, and the guy emailed him from his own laptop to his email and said, hey, man, I'm sorry, but I need this to sell for drugs. He goes, but I see that you are working on a document. So I
sent it to you?
I attached it to you. He goes, if you need anything else, hit me up before Monday because I found it selling. Like the nicest thief in the world.
That's great.
Sorry, man, I need this for drugs, but I see you were working on something.
My niece had her cell phone stolen at Busch Gardens, and they were able to track it to an apartment complex, but the police wouldn't do anything.
Wow.
Yeah,
Why?
they said nothing we can do. We're not going to go over there and fine for
I'll
a
go get it.
stolen cell
$1,000.
phone. Yeah,
I'll go get it for him.
yeah. It was like a hotel, and then they left after that, and they could see it like down in South Florida.
Crazy.
There should be some type of agency you can go to for crimes that are under a certain amount of money.
Let's
You know
start
what I mean?
it. Let's start
stolen,
it.
stolen merchandise retrieval, stolen something retrieval unit.
Let's
You know what
figure
I
out, really, A-team. Let's
Yes,
just call it.
100%. 100%.
If
Yeah.
you can find them.
Yeah.
iPhone's $1,200.
That's what
you
I'm
know?
saying. So it's like anything $1,000 or more, you could call them instead of the police, and they'll go retrieve your merchandise.
But the problem is all the laws that you have to break to
No,
go
don't worry
get
about
it.
I'm not worried about that. I'm
Yeah.
worried about financially. If you have a laptop and it's worth $1,200, then we got to charge you an additional $300 to go retrieve it.
You're better off just going to get a new one.
Well, what if we don't charge people? You know, like what if instead of saying, "Hey,
doing it for fun,"
we'll charge you. I'm not going to charge you $300, but if you pay me $100 and you turn the other way, and we'll just return your item, how we get it back is neither here nor there. Then we get to have fun. I get to finally light something on fire.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd trust you. If you showed up at my house.
I got a lot of issues that I'm working out, so I want to light some stuff on fire.
I had an idea that I think is a brilliant idea that I think, Gio, I think I told you about it, a service. I think I told you about it, but it's a good idea. I think it would really work. I don't want to say it on air. What?
Whoa.
No.
Whoa.
What was that?
That's what Spanish is doing now.
That's
That's a different
I don't
thing.
want to know.
I'll tell you off air. And I have a
Alright.
fantastic name
Okay.
too. Really, the name really sounds.
I no longer want you to service me.
The Kentucky State Fair has a diorama contest. Everybody remember what a diorama is?
Yeah.
You did it before. It's the little shoebox thing. It looks like a area, like either a room or landscape, something like that. The third place this year went to a miniature version of the casting couch set. Now, if you're not a perv and you don't watch a lot of porn, you may not know, but Casting Couch is a series of naughty videos where a girl responds to an ad about modeling, and the casting director proceeds to tell her, "Oh, they're going to want to see this, and let me show you this, and do a couple of these."
How Carmen got this job.
Wait a minute.
The Casting Couch porn set won third place at the Kentucky State Fair, but then it got pulled from the display for being too inappropriate for competition. Here is a picture of the casting couch. A little thing,
That's great.
It's got the dirty little gray carpet and the desk over there. Yeah, isn't that hilarious?
That is very funny.
That's so good. I mean, nothing dirty is happening in the diorama.
Right.
It's one of those, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's one of those type of things. So,
That's pretty funny.
That's
There
so
you
good.
leave it to Kentucky.
I love dioramas. They're so cool.
How about this? Krispy Kreme is adding a Dr. Pepper flavored donuts. That sounds pretty good.
I'm
Won't be
in.
fresh.
I'm
That
in
sounds very good.
100%.
You'll still eat it.
I will. I'll
It'll
put it in the
still be
microwave.
delicious. It'll be delicious.
Yeah. No more food stories, please.
No? What about drink stories?
Yes.
Mike,
Yeah.
are you prepared for your trip out to Las Vegas for UFC? What,
Well,
306?
I thought I was until I saw this story.
Yeah.
No, I'm ready to go.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know if I have enough money to drink while I'm out there.
You may want to hit the ATM and get all the fees out of the way and all the stuff. Yeah, so UFC 306 is happening next month in the Sphere, and the Sphere has such high drink prices that people are losing their mind about it. There was a picture that was posted on Reddit about it, and people are like, whoa, that is a lot. So for let's see, different cocktails that you have out there. For a margarita in the Sphere,
Give me one margarita.
$20 for one margarita.
Give me two margarita. Have to go to the ATM.
What about wine? Nice little glass of wine.
$10.
$20.
What?
A domestic draft beer, $18. If you want a premium, it's $19. If you want premium liquor, if you want like a Crown and Coke or something, that's gonna be $15 for it. Well, I don't know. It says premium, but then it has deluxe liquor.
What's a deluxe
and
liquor?
then it's ultra liquor. I don't know. Back in the day, premium was the highest. I guess they have higher ones now.
I guess I'll just have a soda then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, a soda. It's a souvenir soda, by the way.
No.
It is
fountain soda.
$14. Oh, a fountain soda is $7.
$7.
Yeah, for some syrup and soda water. Yeah. I'll just take a water then. $7.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Good luck.
Why is so? It's regular beer is $18, and then for $1 more, you get the premium beer. I wonder how they figured that.
Domestic draft, $18. Premium draft, $19.
I feel like I should be getting free Bud Lights while I'm there.
Right?
Just saying.
Talk to somebody. See what happens. I think it will work it out. Yeah, but pretty expensive. That is pretty expensive. So
That's great. I mean, somebody's got to pay for that Sphere.
Now, do you tip on the cost of what your bill is, or do you just tip
you have to.
based on,
If I get two beers, me and Oliveira are going. I get two beers. It's $40. I got to tip him $10 on top of that.
Yeah.
Oh,
you got to. $8 is the tip.
Listen, you don't have to. I'm telling you right now. If say you're working back there, all right, and you pour two draft beers,
Right.
someone gives you $2, you're mad at them?
Yeah. If you just paid $20 each for a beer,
No, the price of the thing doesn't matter. It's the amount of.
in a quick
You know what I
serve
mean?
place? Yeah, I feel like that.
Yeah, that's wait, Carmen, what do you think? If you're serving somebody and you make them a cocktail and a beer,
but keep in mind you're used to serving regular beers for $3 a beer.
If I'm sitting at a bar, it's different. But I'm just walking up to like a beer tub, or like even just they're handing me one beer.
I expect like maybe $5 max.
That's different. Beer tub. I'm talking about going to a bar. Like I just assume
bar,
they have big bars set up out there.
I'm assuming this is like you get a drink and go back to your seat.
Right. It's like at any stadium.
Yeah,
like think about when you go to like the Bucks game.
Oh, that's not what I was thinking.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
thinking like even at the Ice Palace they have they have bar areas. I was thinking at the bar.
Yeah, if I'm sitting down, I'll pay the percentage.
Not sitting down necessarily, but going to a bartender as opposed to going to a beer tub person.
If it's just grab and go, I'm not.
I think that's still a beer. Like that's still.
Can I give you the secret though? When I go to the beer tub and the guy goes, "Hey, Mike Calta, love the show," I go, "Okay, you just got yourself 20%, buddy."
Yeah, but like if you're sitting in a bar and let's say you get 5 drinks over the course of whatever, no matter what the bill is, if you throw them like $20, that's good. That's really good.
Yeah, I think it's cheap.
I don't think so at all, and I don't think any bartender is going to be mad at you for the price of the thing. It's what they're doing. You know what I mean? If you're tipping $1 a drink, you're cool. You're cool with me.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
I always feel cheap doing less than that.
I wouldn't go off the amount of the bill. Listen, there may be bartenders out there that are going to yell at me for this, but I think that that's reasonable. Right. And I'm a good tipper. I like to tip people and do stuff.
Clearly, you're not.
I mean, if she's super hot, I'm going to tip way more. But
yeah.
Do you know how many times my credit card emails me and says, "Did you mean to leave a 45% tip?"
Yeah.
It's every time, and I like, guys, you got to know me by now. I'm a baller.
I'll never forget when I called my bank and I said, "Hey, I'm going to Japan next month. I just wanted to give you a heads up so you didn't." And they're like, "Okay, you can go to the website and you can put it on there." And I was like, "Cool." Then I called American Express and I said, "Hey, I just want to give you guys a heads up. I'm going to Japan for 2 weeks and I'm gonna be spending some money over there." And they went, "Yes, sir. we're American Express.
Yeah.
We're accepted everywhere. I go, I know, but I didn't want to like, yeah, we got you. I was like, all right.
We
know it's
understand.
We're not impressed by your trip.
Exactly.
why don't you call Mandalay Bay and make sure that they have enough chips out there?
Yeah.
Whenever you go. We're coming to play a little blackjack. You guys may want to order some new chips and see what happens. So we were talking about all the drinks and how expensive they are and all this stuff. Well, at least in the Sphere, they won't be throwing them at your face, because a 50-year-old woman told police she was hit by a flying beer can during a Hulk Hogan on Monday evening. Yeah, so the one that was out there saying racist stuff about Kamala Harris, officers were called to the Thirsty Cowboy about 5:30 p.m. for a report of a woman who was bleeding from the head. Police said it was not clear after speaking to various witnesses who had thrown the can. Some said Hogan threw the beer, while others said it was a member of his team throwing beers from the stage like a baseball pitch.
Come on. I mean, think about it. Do you think Hulk Hogan's whipping beers into the crowd? Or do you think he's tossing them out there?
No. So they said another person was, whatever.
Yeah.
So, maybe been some other jerk.
You get hit by a full beer can. That's going to hurt.
Right. But
Yeah.
if I do this, I toss it to you, it's different from me throwing it overhand.
But even tossing, if this is a full beer can and I go like this and you're not looking,
it can whack you. It can whack you, but it's
Yeah.
a difference between intention and not having any intent.
It's taking a Hulkwiser to the face.
That's great.
The lawyer for Hogan's people says, "What you gonna do?"
Yeah.
So,
What a great defense.
The victim did not see where the beer was thrown from either. The woman was transported to a local hospital. Her daughter told police she received 9 stitches along her hairline. No one has been charged in the incident.
I think
Hogan
she bladed herself.
Yeah. Check her wristband. Hogan was promoting his Real American Beer, which launched in June at venues up in Ohio this week.
If I'm Hulk, what am I doing at the Thirsty Cowboy on a Tuesday night
So I was
in Ohio?
I was thinking about this the other day. Is it a money thing? Like, is he getting so much money from this that they're promoting him to do it, or is he just like, I'm just having fun?
Yeah,
I'm
maybe
just having fun.
Or maybe it was just
both.
it could have just been built into the endorsement deal for the beer or something.
I mean, you get to your life is performing. You're not really performing anymore. Now you get to go out there and be a cool guy for a little while.
Also, are they doing a thing where he's doing a signing up there?
Right.
So they're putting all this stuff together where you're going to do a signing from noon to 5, and then you're going to be out at this bar doing this stuff. And
he probably walks out there for 5 minutes and
gets $50,000.
and
they're like,
hits
all right.
people in the face with beer cans.
Chucks a few beers into the crowd.
take out an old lady.
What you gonna do?
That's what the lawyer said.
What you gonna do?
What you gonna do, brother? The final song Eddie and Alex Van Halen worked on together is being released.
Oh, wow.
But there's a catch. You
No
have
singer.
to buy Alex's upcoming autobiography to hear it. The book is called Brothers, and it comes out October 22nd. The song, which is just titled Unfinished, will be on the audiobook version of the book. Alex has called the book, quote, "My tribute to my brother, my way of saying goodbye. Ed, I love you and miss you. When I see you again, I'm going to kick your ass."
I would read the book.
Yeah.
And I would not. I'll get the song in 2 seconds. The minute one person gets it, it'll be everywhere.
Yeah.
So.
And is it just
Drums and guitar.
Just drums and guitar? Yeah. Like, is there any bass or singing? Or is it whatever,
I would take that song. I would give it to Sammy, and I would give it to Dave, and I'd say, which one of you guys comes up with a better song?
Or even put them both out. And have people vote and whatever. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Wolfgang play bass on it, or Michael Anthony, yeah. That'd be cool.
Wolfgang could play with I guess Dave. Yeah, and
Michael can play with
Sammy, and we'll see which song is better.
I saw a video of it was Eddie and Wolfgang and Alex, and they were in the studio and just jamming. Oh my god! I got to tell you, that Different Kind of Truth album, I'm so happy it's back on Spotify, because that really is a really good album.
Stuff.
Yeah. California Appeals Court says Michael Jackson's estate can sell his catalog to Sony for $600 million.
I don't think that's a lot.
I feel like it should be way more.
Low.
But I mean, most of the people are getting, like, I think Bruce sold his for like $300 million. Bob Dylan, I think it was around 3 or 4. $600 million. I mean, it's pretty good.
Wasn't the Beatles was $1 billion? Or am I thinking that's wrong?
No, that's probably right. But
Yeah.
I mean, Michael Jackson's got to be up there. I would have said he'd be more closer to $1 billion than he would be $600 million.
His mother says it goes against his wishes, but the court said, "Well, too bad.
Suck it.
Yeah, his wishes weren't in writing." So,
The chimp gets all the money.
oh, how about this? By the way, anybody watch Chimp Crazy?
Yes.
My wife watched it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch it yet.
Carmen, what'd you think?
I can't wait for the next episode.
Yeah. It's
And
wild.
also-
and I love the ending. Right, the
Yeah.
ending's a good twist.
But also, these people are nuts.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, going in, you know that.
Yeah, but again, just to see it, and she's like, they call me the Dolly Parton. of
Yeah,
monkeys.
they
You're like,
do.
"What?"
They do, or you do.
Yeah.
And what does that even mean? The Dolly Parton?
Yeah, like what?
She's got big fake eyelashes and wig.
fake booty.
She wears
Yeah.
wigs all the time and stuff because you can see, and she's always worn a wig. And wig technology has come a long way since the
And she's
70s or whatever.
still
Yeah.
wearing her
Oh.
wigs from the 70s.
It is wild.
Yeah.
How about this? A massive 2,492 carat rough diamond, possibly the second biggest ever, has been unearthed in Botswana.
I saw it.
Wow.
It's about the size of a softball.
And the estimated value for
Yeah,
that,
I don't know that.
I calculated it because for a rough diamond per carat, what it is, it's between like $20,000 to $25,000 per carat. So estimated around $60 million.
I think Steve Weintraub just bought it.
Oh,
Yeah. This has to anger a lot of those diamond mine owners down in that area, and they're like, "God damn it, stop writing
Yeah.
stories about this. You know, you can have it, and we'll pay you for it, but just shut up about it."
But also, could you imagine finding that? And would you have any idea? Would you
Nope.
just think it was a big
It looks
chunk?
like a hunk of glass.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Like just a big salt chunk or
Yeah.
something, you know, whether you would know or not. And then you bring it somewhere and they're like, "Yep, it's nothing." The guy's shaking and sweating. "It's nothing. I'll throw it away in
Give
the
me $40
trash."
for it.
Yeah.
I always remember you go to the Smithsonian, you can see the Hope Diamond, and it's behind like big glass. and
Yeah, I
everything.
don't even think that's really it.
What's
Yeah.
the Hope Diamond?
It's like a huge diamond. It's worth like $250 million
Oh, wow.
diamond.
From
Someone
Titanic.
Yeah.
That was a sapphire.
Speaking of diamonds, Jennifer Lopez now has a $17 million collection of engagement rings.
Oh.
So
How many? So she was married to Ohani.
Ohani Noah.
Mhm.
That was $130,000 is that ring.
Right.
They were married 97, divorced in 98.
That she paid for the ring.
Okay. Then you have the backup dancer, Chris Judd,
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Yeah.
that. That she probably
200
also paid for that ring.
Yeah.
$200,000. They got married in 2001, divorced in 2002.
Yep.
Ben Affleck, back then,
Were they married the first
No,
time? Or just
but she
engaged?
has engagement rings.
These are all engagement rings. 2.6 million. Ben slipped this first engagement ring on J-Lo's finger in 2002. They never made it to the altar and they broke up in 2004.
Okay,
Mark Anthony,
Yeah.
6.5 million.
he's got money.
They actually got married in 2004 and stayed together for 7 years until 2011.
He tried as hard as he could to deal with all that for 7
Yeah.
years and kids.
Along the way, they had twins
Yeah.
that are 16 now.
He's skeevy looking though.
He is really weird
yeah.
looking. He reminds me of the
Yeah.
Latin version of the Skarsgård kid that played
100%.
Yeah.
Pennywise.
Yeah.
Right?
You know why he's
100%.
so skeevy? Because of Man on Fire.
Yeah.
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 He was in that movie and he was such a scumbag.
He's a great scumbag, but
Yeah.
he's like, you know, in real life, he's in all accounts, he's like the sweetest guy ever. Does a lot for the community.
And he
in
also
Puerto
always
Rico.
wears those little sunglasses.
Yeah, that make him look like
Those-
a villain.
Yeah, those are not good looking sunglasses.
Yeah.
The only person that can wear those is Ozzy.
Agreed.
You know?
Agreed.
and John Lennon.
Yeah, John Lennon. And then you have Alex Rodriguez, 2 million. So
Oh, I
after
forgot
Mark,
about that.
Mark
Yeah.
Anthony, 6.5 million. A-Rod, 2 million? Come on, buddy. You're a
A-Rod
Yankee.
knew it wasn't going to last though.
He popped the question in 2019, but then they split in 2021 without ever saying I do. And then Ben Affleck, version 2.0, 5.6 million. So a total value of $17,030,000 just in engagement ring.
But don't you feel wrong keeping those?
Nah.
Well,
No.
like Mike said, depends on which one she paid for and which one
Yeah.
they paid
Right.
for. I mean, I think A-Rod and Mark Anthony, those guys, Ben Affleck, they probably bought it. Chris Judd, 200,000. I mean, I don't know how much he was making as a backup dancer.
Couldn't
And I
that
guess
much,
Ben
yeah.
Affleck, since he's rich, it really doesn't matter.
No.
Yeah, and didn't he
But-
didn't he get something inscribed on the ring that was like, "You're not going anywhere" or
Oh,
something
Not
this
this
time?
time.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
don't
the
know,
way
but
that-
I mean, Ben Affleck spent over $8 million on engagement ring
I
for him.
know.
Let me just tell you.
And he
if
was
you're-
married to Jennifer Garner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why that photo is of him smoking a cigarette outside. Where he's
You
just
get
like,
it.
If you're wondering if she's worth that money, go watch the Jenny from the Block video video, and when her and Ben are on the boat, he's just rubbing her ass. You're like, yep, I get
Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Or
it does matter.
Or watch the video of her and what's the other Iggy Azalea bumping their butts together.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Carmen,
good.
it matters if that later on in life they didn't turn into a teen mom making meatballs and making
That's
clothing. You know?
Not true, because at some point you have to talk to her, and clearly it's not worth staying with her.
Yeah, she must be just high maintenance and just tough to deal with.
Right.
Yeah, 'cause Ben Affleck's awesome.
Right.
Did you ever see where she goes back? Jenny from the block goes back.
Oh, it's the best, dude.
And she's like, I used to live here. And the guy goes, who are you? And she goes, Jennifer Lopez. And he goes, okay. I don't know, whatever. Carmen, you want to do it?
Yes.
Do it.
Here we go, Bone fam. The Bone Bonus, sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This hour's Bone Bonus keyword is
Friday, you say.
This hour's keyword is Friday. Head to the 1025 The Bone app now and enter Friday, Friday, before
Friday.
30 minutes
Friday.
past the top of the hour, and that $1,000 Bone bonus could be yours. Good luck, everybody.
Send us that pizza.
Oh, delicious. Finally, in news, someone polled over 1,000 people who use dating apps and asked for the biggest online dating icks.
Can we talk about this after the break? Because I got to pee so bad.
Yes, I can tell you my number one is calling it icks.
Yeah.
So things that immediately
I
turn
like
you
to
off.
say icks
Oh,
because that is a perfectly descriptive word for exactly what it is.
I like yuck better though.
Oh, yuck's good.
All right, so we have the top five. We'll get it whenever we come back.
All right, we'll do that next. It's Mike Calta Show. This is 1025 The Bone. I've been doing some deep gun diving lately. Just I finding out that I've bought doubles of things.
Oh.
I mean,
If you want to get rid of any,
I was just comparing two guns. I have they looked similar, and I was like, did I buy two of the same gun? Then I put them together, one smaller than the other one. I'm like, all right.
Thank God.
You need to talk to those guys, see if they know what it is. I'm sure they do. But I saw a thing the other day where it was smaller than a cell phone. It was like it almost looked like a butterfly knife. You know how they go together, and then you don't see the blade or anything. And the guy opened it, put a bullet in, and shot at a windshield, and it made like a big hole. And I'm like, that little thing
That's
made
the
that.
assassination gun.
Totally.
Yeah.
Like it was really cool looking. I was like, oh, that's interesting.
I love the briefcases.
Oh,
They had some at Chart where you just press
James
a button,
Bond stuff,
dude,
yeah.
and all of a sudden it's like a little Uzi. You're like, what?
So I went inside and told my wife, I was organizing the gun room earlier, and she goes, oh, by the way, there's a gun in the living room. And I go, what?
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, yeah. I go, did I hide one in the living room? I go, I'm pretty sure I have them all accounted for.
Did you go through your head? I roll here. I grab.
Yeah.
How you have it set up?
Right, I know where the knives are.
When I
hidden.
jump off the fireplace, it's through that.
She said in one of the cases, in one of the bookcases in the living room, there's a yellow tool bag, and it's in there. And I went, did I put it in there and just forgot? So
It's a hot glue gun or something.
It's a screwdriver that looks like a gun. I go, are you serious? She goes, it's not a gun. I go, first of all, it weighs about a half an ounce when you pick it up. It's hollow plastic. I go, you're an idiot.
Now, does she have any guns?
No.
No guns.
No.
Does not want any guns.
Nope,
no interest?
Neither does my son, which makes me happy.
Didn't she at one point say that she would go with you to the shooting range? Like,
No, I did take her to the shooting range at one point, and she was miserable the entire time.
Yeah.
And the guy next to her was firing the gun, and the bullets were flying over and hitting her in the head, the casings.
Oh.
And she's like, am I getting punked? Is this happening on purpose? She was miserable.
Your son doesn't want any firearms?
No,
Wow.
don't push it.
Well, I mean, just with the, crowd said he's going to hang
Oh,
out.
whoa.
Jesus. What are you saying about that?
What kind of crowds?
I'm
Yeah.
just saying,
Fortunately, he's part of those people, so
Yeah.
he fits in
think,
very well.
need some
No, he
defense.
he has never asked me to go to the range. He has no desire to get a gun, doesn't want to keep one in his car. He's not a tough guy. He's a lover.
Yeah, he is a lover.
I am so happy about that. Even though as much as I am all guns, I don't want the trouble of him having one.
Yeah.
And I think, maybe a certain age he'll get into it.
Yeah.
Like you did. You didn't do it until later in your life, and you had kids, and then you're like,
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah, once
got some stuff to protect.
I had one gun for ever, and then the minute I had a daughter, I bought 18 guns.
Yeah. Dude,
The
have an
day-
arsenal.
The day the intruders were in the house, I'm glad
Oh.
it's probably better that you lost all your guns and didn't know where you put them.
Wait, what?
First of all,
Don't say that out loud.
I didn't lose them. There's a whole room right here.
Yeah.
And I am happy too because that would have been a clean shoot to shoot those two kids who did not deserve to be shot. I still to this day don't really know what the full story is, but I don't feel like they were up to bad. I just think they were confused.
Yeah.
I think they were confused. Maybe they were on drugs. Something happened and they didn't deserve to die. So I'm glad that didn't happen too.
I mean, I'm just going to say this. I know we've talked about it before, but a lot of those people that end up committing mass shootings, whenever they get caught, if they aren't shot dead, they're all very confused. They don't know what's going on.
I'm not surprised by that whatsoever. And I don't know what their deal was, but all I know is that that's the one pass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That'll
never happen again.
So we were talking about loving people, buying guns because you love people, but someone polled 1,000 people who use dating apps. Spanish, you use dating apps.
I do.
Carmen, did you use any before you and Chad were together or no?
I used Tinder when it first came out, so like almost like 9 years ago, but I used it for like a month.
How many guys you bang from Tinder?
None.
Ooh.
I went on 2 dates.
Are you asking Spanish or
4 for me?
Carmen, I was working.
I went on 2 dates. I was catfished on one, and the other was so annoying.
What do you mean you were catfished?
So after, like, I went back to look at the pictures, and he definitely had different tattoos in different places, but he was like covered in tattoos from like head to toe.
Oh.
So unless you looked closely, you wouldn't have like noticed it. You know what I mean? And then going back, I went and looked at the pictures closely, and they were all like different tattoos.
Gotcha.
So different. So he took different pictures from different guys. You know what I mean?
So this is the biggest online dating icks. So stuff that immediately turns you off. I have the top 5, and then the top 5 of good things that people like whenever they see on there. What would you think? Top 5 worst things.
It's going to be interesting because I've never been on a dating app, and I'm sure it's going to be different. So I don't know.
Yeah, I've never been on a dating app either. So
I don't know what are things that you like. Give me one.
I'll give you number 5: poor grammar or spelling.
Oh yeah.
They say you look lazy or dumb. If you're not great with that stuff, just run it through spell check or chat GPT, and they'll do it for you.
Nothing is worse than when you're having text sex with somebody and they spell things wrong. I'm like, I don't even know.
You mad at Pete?
No, there's 2 S's in that word.
What else do you think? Bad stuff turns you off. Spanish. What do you got?
Big turnoffs are like profile photos where it's just basically a girl in her underwear, and that's a huge red flag for me.
Because that's a red flag. It's not an ick though.
Red flag is an ick.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
here is a photo thing that's not necessarily that, but something heavily filtered photos. People don't like that. They're like, all right, don't try and make yourself look too good.
No.
Look like you're going to look if you meet in person.
Yeah, exactly.
You can make it, hey, this is a good picture of me, Carmen, the right angles and stuff, but you don't want to show up and go, are you sure that was you?
Yeah. I met with a girl last month that was one of those. I didn't realize how the filters were. And then she showed up when we were getting ice cream, and I was like, you're not the same person.
Not the same.
So on the flip side of that, big turnoff is a general lack of effort. Look like you're at least trying. Don't put up like a picture in the dirty mirror and there's a poop in the toilet or something. You're like, hey, want to go out?
Yeah, put some effort into it.
A little bit. Being too materialistic. Like multiple photos with you, expensive car, and this.
Well, let's be honest though. That lets me know what kind of bitch I'm dealing with.
Sure.
I'm not calling her.
Stay away from those.
But also on the flip
sending her to Pete.
But also on the flip side of that, girls are looking at it and going, all right, well, I mean, this guy's rich, but probably no personality, whatever. All his thing is just, hey, look, I have money.
Yeah.
What if they open with, what kind of car do you drive?
That's big. There's one of the questions that I know is going to be bad news is when I say, all right, let's go for coffee. And they're like, well, what kind of coffee spot are you taking me? Does it have a bakery inside the coffee shop? And I'm always like, what?
That's a bad question?
Yeah, it's a huge bad question.
Why? I think she wants to know if you're like, oh,
is there going to be food?
You're worried she's going to be fat?
Well, no, but it's like if you're, because it's always the same thing. The girls are like, guys need to make the first move. Tell me when and where in a place. And then that's the date. So it's all right. So then when you do that, then they're like, well, does it have a bakery inside of it? It's like, yo,
who's asking you this?
And also, they have the internet. Go look it up.
Yeah.
Lazy
So you've talked to girls, and they're like, well, does it have a bakery?
Yes.
I need to make sure I have a cannoli.
Michael, you have no idea the things that women
go for my roommates.
Okay, but I don't understand. I'm not arguing with you.
Right.
I'm explain it to me. If a girl is, she could be just like, ooh, okay, what kind of coffee is it? Does it have a bakery?
Yeah, but you'll find out when we get there. But most coffee places have a bakery, especially when I'm like, we're going to downtown St. Pete. It's across from the pier. it's a nice area. So yes,
No,
most of the coffee places.
A man that wants to share his biscotti is a red flag.
Maybe, yeah, sure.
All
So
right.
that's how I know to stay away from them.
Do they ever ask, do you live with an old wizard and his family?
I'm like, yes. Do you enjoy Dungeons and Dragons?
What?
Because we will be playing.
What is this a turn off if they say it's $150 to get through the door?
No, it's not a turn on.
Turn on.
It's my birthday.
They're up front, and I appreciate it.
Number one, they say the number one thing that is a big online dating ick is negativity or bitterness. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're just negative about everything, like, I don't like this, I don't like that.
What about any type of politics?
Oh,
If you start
man.
injecting your politics into the conversation.
It does not have that, but yeah, that's probably a bad, politics, religion.
I mean, I wouldn't be so bad. I mean, I don't want a Trump poster in your flag in your picture, but I kind of want to know what kind of, if I go out with a girl and she's all talking about Kamala and Mark Hamill and all that.
I got to tell you, I am still to this day shocked when you ask people who they're voting for.
Yeah. It's weird because people don't
never
answer
asked that.
Yeah.
People didn't ask that before. I get why you're doing it, but also when you do it, I go, ooh.
Yeah.
You don't look in somebody's wallet. You don't ask them how much money they made. You don't ask the girl how old she is. You don't ask them who they're voting for.
I'm prepared for somebody to say I don't want to talk about it, and I respect that, because it is something that's none of anybody else's business.
Well, you judge that person instantly as soon as they say who they're voting for.
And usually when they're calling in, it's about who they're voting. Like you're asking.
Oh no, I mean
in general,
he's asked guests before, and I go, oh,
yeah.
So here, those are the bad things and stuff. Here are the top things that can immediately think that you're good. That they like online dating stuff.
I wouldn't even have an idea of what to make. Like I have a million pictures with celebrities. I would think not to use one of those.
Okay, what picture would you use?
I would probably use one where I look flattering but realistic.
Okay,
like there's one picture that I have that everybody loves. It's me laughing. It's sitting behind the mic. I used it for my radio day picture.
Yeah.
It's me sitting behind the mic, but I'm laughing at somebody. Yeah. And everybody's like, oh, what a great picture. I think it's because it's the only few that I'm smiling at.
It captures you in real personality and stuff. It's a good picture.
But that seems to be a realistic look what I look like and one that is flattering.
And lets you know that that's what you do.
Right. And I'm happy.
Yeah, but you're putting out there, oh, look at me, I'm on the radio.
But maybe.
But
take the microphone out of there.
Yeah, take the microphone out.
Take the microphone out of there, and it's just a picture of me laughing.
But if I'm a plumber and I'm fixing a toilet laughing, I don't want to put that out there.
Not a second.
You know what I mean? So
there's just poop all over the floor.
Yeah.
I did it again.
Yeah, you definitely want to, you're putting your career out there.
One of the things they say for your photos would be very easy for me to have this photo is have a photo with at least one photo with a pet in there. Yeah. So because then especially with girls see it with a dog or a cat or something. They're like,
Jenkins crushes it in that area because he's got one eye.
Yeah. Oh, this is my rescue with one eye.
Yeah, dude.
Jenkins would not be my friend yesterday.
Why?
I don't know. I talked to the other two wolves.
There was too many people in the house at once, Michael.
I got to tell you, I may come over and steal Stella.
Oh,
she's the best, isn't she?
Not great.
Yeah, she's very nice.
I picked her up the other day and held her, picked her up. Yeah, dude, she loved it, but was like when I first picked her up, she just looked at me in her ear. Yeah, dude.
Probably not a lot of people picking her up. It's
Stella's the daughter, or
Stella,
the daughter's friend.
Guy.
It's the daughter's friend.
It's the dog.
Oh, that's the dog. Oh, my
German
bad.
Shepherd. All right.
I thought it was Stella Pants.
No,
my bad.
Look, Brutus the Barber Beefcake is on Fox 13. How ironic that the barber is going bald.
Oh man.
Hey, Barbara, can you get your tightest T-shirt?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think they're all tight at this point.
He doesn't look too bad. I mean, most guys from his era look way worse. He doesn't look great, but
he's 34. Does that? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. So have a pet in at least one photo. They say that's a good thing. Some other stuff. Show interest in travel. So if you have pictures of you, maybe at Mount Rushmore or somewhere over in Japan or over here in Spain or something like that, they go, oh, well, they're worldly. Yeah, traveling and stuff. This one, have a good sense of humor.
Oh, easy.
Good luck.
How do you do that? How do you put that in a post?
Hey, good luck.
Yeah. Well, there, you could write some funny stuff. You could have a good funny thing about something, whatever. But not everybody's funny, but it's good. People like that. They say that's one of the biggest things. If you're going to date somebody, you want them to have a good sense of humor.
Sorry, I was gonna say. Speaking of travel, you know what is the photo that I see the most is girls at the Trevi Fountain. I don't know. Every girl has been to the Trevi Fountain.
You got to take a picture there.
Yeah.
Did a lot of them have the picture of the wall with the wings on it? And they're
100%, dude.
It's my age. Have a good sense of style. I think we're out.
Yeah,
right?
I'm out. Yeah, I'm not.
I wouldn't put a picture of me in basketball shorts and a no sleeve shirt up there, even though that's probably what you're going to get. I wonder about this. If you're single and you have kids, do you put a picture of you and your kids, or is that a turnoff?
I think you do.
should.
I think you let them know up front.
Yeah.
Because if they're looking and stuff, and then they talk to you, and then you have kids, and they go, "Oh, why did you tell me you have kids?" Whatever. If you have it in there, and they go, "All right, well, it comes with the kid."
Yeah, on Hinge, the dating app that I'm on, I set my search to girls that don't have children. So because it'll ask you on there if you have kids, blah blah blah. If you want kids. So mine is set to girls that want kids but don't have kids, which is very hard to find.
Yeah, I would imagine. I would like to point out, I said, have a good sense of style. We're all probably out. And Joe said, well.
Yeah, Joe's the style king of hip.
No. Just because you, who has no style, says he has style, does not make him have style.
Joe is a fashion icon.
You think you have style.
Fashion icon.
Yes, I do.
You're out of your gourd.
You can give Joe... we can give Joe a piece of clothing from all of us, one item each, and he would make an outfit out of it.
No, he wears the same dirty hoodie every day.
Yes, right. And then
Joe, don't let them stop you.
Listen,
Carmen.
Gio's fashion criticism does not bother me at all.
Carmen, when you see Joe, do you think he's stylish or you think he's an old? Yeah, exactly.
I didn't say stylish.
Yeah.
That indicates
Carmen
following
says
some
she
type
thinks you
of a
get
trend.
dressed in the dark.
Well, sometimes I do.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying stylish. That indicates I'm following some trend. No.
Yesterday, after I left your house, Joe, I went to go get gas at the 7-Eleven near your house, or the Shell station. And this car pulled up next to me. And the guy got out and he was wearing like linen pants, but they were all different colors. And then he had like a
was it Sinbad?
No, but it was kind of more linen, more like beachy.
Okay.
And then he had a longer shirt on and he had a little ponytail and a hat. And I went, this guy's got some style to him. I go, he doesn't even match, but he's pulling it off. And he looks at me and he goes, you play guitar? And I go, I play bass, because he could see it in the car. And I go, oh. And he's like, I play piano. And I went, oh, okay. And I'm thinking to myself, are we flirting now? What are we doing here? He was a very nice guy. Yeah, that's what I said. That's how bands start. Next thing you know, me and this guy are in a band together.
You just reminded me. I was getting gas, and there were two girls over here, and they were like sitting there by the gas pump, but not doing anything. And then there was a guy over here. And then he went over and I go, oh boy, this guy's going to go hit on these girls. And I'm like, this is going to be ridiculous. Apparently he knew them. They popped the hood and he was looking at something, whatever. And I was like, all right. So as you're getting gas, putting gas in your car, you're just sitting there and you're looking around, whatever. So this guy comes walking back past me, looks at me, winks at me. And I audibly, I out loud said, no. Don't wink at me, Poppy. What are you doing?
Maybe giving you the glad eye.
Yeah. Check this out.
I put my foot down. I said no.
Maybe he was like, see what I was doing with those ladies over there.
I didn't like it.
I didn't like it.
Okay.
No.
You're handsome.
No.
Did you have the calves out?
I did.
Okay, well, there you go.
Moose just texted me and said, I kept my long hair for years because you said it looked cool, you jerk. I think Moose's long hair did look cool.
Yeah.
Listen, and this is no offense because I had it too. Fat and long hair is not a good look.
No.
Because people think you're a lady.
Well, Moose does look like a lady. Yeah, now he looks like a lesbian with short hair.
And also, if he's keeping it because you said it looks cool, I feel like that's where he's going wrong.
I'm a good friend.
Yeah.
Joe, fashion icon, Moose, hair model.
Thank you, Michael.
Let's see some of the other stuff. Showing your hobbies or interest. And the number one I said is having a good sense of humor. That's a big thing.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'd love to make a dating profile.
Yeah, do it.
Just to see what I would pull in.
He's very Spanish.
Well,
I
mean,
feel
obviously,
like not a good friend.
I mean, for science, he puts on his lab coat and see what's going on.
It would be awesome.
Dude, I tell you what, I know you guys buzz my balls about the hammock thing. I have had more girls ask to have a hammock date than anything else.
It sounds nice in the beginning.
Yeah.
I just want to lay there and watch the sunset.
Good.
after 3 of them, you're like, all right, pussy, let's go.
I'm telling. Well, I mean, you don't take
Go get your
one
biscotti.
girl on the same, hammock date.
But you're thinking, yeah, I agree with you, but we're also not looking for a guy. There's people out there that like that. You and Gio talking about the Comic-Con, there's nothing wrong with that. There is nothing I would want to do less than go to the Comic-Con. But that's just me. You guys don't want to go see Death Before Dishonor. You know what I mean? Like,
can I tell you what my point of view on Spanish is? In my single years, I've made sweet love to a lot of girls who were dating guys like you.
Yeah.
Who just
wanted a man.
Yeah,
no, I get that.
Yeah, which is fine, but you got to give them both. Like, you give them hammock, and then
I don't think you're capable of giving them the other one.
That's because we don't date.
Right.
Yeah, so you don't know that I'm capable of it.
Right.
Yeah.
I've not seen it in your
yeah.
thing.
Well, that's because I play a role here, so
I've
it's
seen
not
you
a very
in life. Don't make it
manly
like
role.
I've not seen you in life.
You haven't really seen me in life.
It's a character.
You host a show called Sad Weirdos.
It is. I do play
it's
a
not
role.
like you get off the air and take your glasses off and put on a tight shirt and be like, peace out, guys.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like here, I'm like the kid brother. Like that's my role. I play Spanish. I'm the
But
Spanish
don't you
kid
understand?
brother
You're
here.
that to the girls too. You're a kid brother.
I'm not though, because the girls that I meet that don't listen to the show and don't know me don't feel that same way.
Yeah, but you're like, hey, do you want to get coffee and a biscotti?
No, I don't
That's
do
kid
that.
brother, right?
I don't do that.
I will
though.
tell you, I am exactly the same.
Yeah,
all the time.
You are, but you can be.
Yeah.
Like I'm not able to do that, and when I try to, it doesn't work well for me.
But and that's what we're talking about is there's plenty of ladies that like what Spanish is and what he's about and stuff. I've seen that a million times. And this is not a knock on you. I'm just saying
that means it is.
Yeah, 100%. Like it.
Bring it.
Not knowing you, and you have a good personality and all that type of stuff, but not knowing you, I have seen a lot of times where I'll see a girl and I'll be like, God damn, one of those ones that make you mad and you swear because they're so hot. And then a little guy comes up and grabs their hand and kisses them and stuff. And I'm like, that's her boyfriend. Get out of here.
Yeah, but I see that as potential.
Yeah. But also, because you're like that. Come on. That's
So would
ridiculous.
you say you're acting now or you're acting for the ladies?
For sure, acting now. Yeah, and plus, it's
None of us
perfect.
believe that.
Yeah, I don't
nobody
care.
really does.
It doesn't really matter. What's funny is, those you say like you see that as potential. The reason why the little guys end up with girls like that is because they've dated guys like that their whole lives, and then they're finally now
Don't you
dating the
understand?
young.
They still go back to the early guy.
Sure, and that's what they want. They can go back. That doesn't bother the little guys because the little guys know that we're going to get ours eventually.
Biologically, women want to be protected. They want to, the majority.
Maybe it was like that, but
it's still
now,
it's still in your DNA. It's still in their DNA where they want to, and that's why guys are attracted to women that have curves and stuff. You don't want a girl who looks like a little boy because you're like, well, she's not going to be able to have kids with those little birthing hips.
That's fine. And like
it's all, but it is literally all built into your DNA. And whether you even think about it consciously or not, you are thinking about it.
Yeah, that's fine. And like I know you guys see me as a pussy, which is fine.
100%.
Also, like
Don't look at me when you say that.
Well, I mean, like, you
I
can
mean,
say that, but the fact is, I got into the ring with Martin Gramatica. I've done all this stuff.
right.
Like, I've done all these things that
Hey.
show that I have another side.
Listen, I've always been the
I know.
Don King to your Mike Tyson.
It's true.
I felt like you were acting when you fought Martin.
Yeah, well, you get in the ring with Martin and see how well you act.
That was Vic Ferrari.
Yeah, play a role.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you're a pussy.
Oh, stop it. You've
I
said
don't.
numerous times you think I'm a pussy.
but also on the show,
Yeah.
but not in real life. I don't think you're a pussy.
But that's the thing. In real life, I'm not a pussy. So
Yeah, I don't think you are. I'm telling you, even right here on the show,
Okay.
there are times I will call you one and
Yes,
say you're acting
yes,
like
that's
one, but
very true.
I wouldn't say that if you said describe Spanish man.
I feel like you would know.
I wouldn't know.
All right.
You are. I'm a big guy, so the fact that you're little makes you
That
even
makes
littler to me. But also, I would probably meet 10 hot girls. I have. I've met hot girls and be like, you should meet Spanish.
I will tell you that if somebody was like, what is Spanish like? At this point, I would go, I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Between how you used to be, how you were, how you changed, you were itchy and mad, then you were spiritual. now you're happy and now you're eating candy like you're Willy Wonka. I looked over earlier, you were hitting your head like you're a black lady with a wavy
I'm trying not to itch.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
But
Like
I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
I have no idea who you are. You already ate a candy bar. You already ate a whole can. Why do you have so much candy?
Spanish. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
You're pretty honest about everything.
Yeah.
Are you taking meth?
Oh man, I wish.
When's the last time you took meth?
I don't take meth.
No, when's the last time you did that?
I've never taken
Okay,
meth.
that's the right answer.
Yeah.
I read a thing that said that meth addicts supplement it with with excess sugar.
Well, opioids
addicts,
too.
yeah,
and alcohol and
alcohol. Big AA thing is you have candy because it releases dopamine in your brain. The same
and that's
as,
why they always have the donuts
Are
at
you
the
not
meetings and all that
drinking?
type of stuff.
I haven't had a drink since last Saturday. So,
I thought you were saying last night.
But you said last Saturday, like on the weekend.
That's actually not true. I had a beer with Joe yesterday.
Oh,
so yeah, there we go. I remember.
Go
I
to
remember.
AA.
Way to
Yeah,
go,
yeah.
Joe.
Yeah.
Joe didn't call him out on his lie.
Yeah.
Believe me, I forgot I drank that beer.
Yeah, but I haven't smoked pot, so yeah.
So what are you going for? What are you doing?
I just want to not. The more I
He's trying
drink,
to get fat, evidently.
the more I drink and smoke, smoking just makes me super anxious now.
Smoking weed.
Weed, yeah, it
Okay.
makes me super anxious. Edibles make me super anxious.
Okay, so weed makes you anxious.
Yeah, weed makes
All
me
right.
anxious.
What about the cigarettes? What's
The
that do?
cigarettes I love, and they are very relaxing to me.
Lot
But
of
I'm
That
also-
in your dating profile.
Listen, a lot of
Yes.
doctors say cigarettes and candy bars is the way to go.
I'm going the Alex Trebek route, 100%. Yeah.
I don't know what.
Snickers in the morning, a little Coca-Cola. Yeah.
But like,
Cigarettes and candy bars.
Yeah.
Spanish memoir.
That's what America does.
So it seems like you're cutting out the marijuana, maybe.
It's trying to, yeah.
Are you just gonna drink casually? Or are you still going out and tearing it up? Or,
Nah, I
no?
haven't drank like that in a while.
So, and this is me, and I've never been a big drinker. But if I'm drinking, the only reason I'm drinking is to get drunk.
Yeah, that's how I was. Yeah.
I've never had. Oh, let me enjoy a beer.
Oh,
I
it's
don't
so
enjoy
good.
it.
I know.
But I don't have anything that if I'm gonna drink, not even to get drunk, but like get a little buzz on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're out. you're
Yeah,
having
see,
some-
I get buzzed pretty easily.
yeah.
And so sometimes I won't drink because I'm like, if I have 2 beers, I'll be buzzed. But
But
then
that's
I
nice.
go,
Wish,
but I'm
yeah.
going out tonight. I'm drinking tonight, but I'm not trying to get smashed tonight.
Yeah,
I just get a little
That's the
buzzed.
thing. You're a cheap date. Like 2 drinks. Like
Yeah.
it takes me
Yeah.
like 2 bottles.
Oh,
of wine.
Carmen,
Yeah.
you're getting my pants after one.
It is wild to me because I have not drank anything probably since the cruise. I think is probably the last time I
Wow.
drank. I could go out tonight and drink and probably have 8 drinks and still not be drunk. I don't think I can get drunk anymore. If I have a glass of wine, wine hits me
Yeah.
completely different. I don't know why.
Awesome.
It's wild.
I want to drink wine with you.
But also the drinking thing is not even necessarily the alcohol and you feel bad the next day. I think it's just the sugar and everything. I'm like,
Yeah.
ugh, it's
No.
too much for
I'm
me.
drinking a martini and I'm feeling good.
Well,
Yeah.
what are you doing? What's going on tonight? What are you doing? What do you
I'm
got?
just going out to dinner, but
Yeah.
just I know that if I'm out to dinner, I'm going to drink.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I know for me, I can have a beer or I can have like I won't drink an old fashioned, but I'll drink like a tequila straight neat. That's great because I could sip on it. But if I start doing shots,
So Joe drinks because I think Joe just likes the liquor and he enjoys it and stuff. And I think he kisses his glass and does those
Yep,
type of things.
That's right.
Gio, I think, drinks to escape his life, just to be like,
To forget.
drop me off at the bar, pick me up later. I get to watch some college football. And
I would say
Yeah.
just to relax. I don't know, escape is really what I'm looking
Escape,
for.
forget.
It does make me relax.
Leave your family.
It slows the
behind.
anxiety a little bit.
kiss the glass.
all right. So then marijuana's out, alcohol occasionally. Anything else?
Nah.
You doing the mushrooms, doing any of that stuff still or no?
Little
Nah.
Tootski?
No,
No,
dude, I haven't had
Tootskies.
Tootski in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Miss it?
not really,
Mm.
not really. No, because it's like
How often were you doing that?
Oh, there was a while where it was bad. Like during COVID, it was bad.
Really?
Yeah, before
Really?
I got sick. Yeah, because there was nothing to do. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Some people made model airplanes
Read
and
a book.
puzzles and stuff.
Yeah.
Learn how to bake bread.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, a big bread. What am I, Tom Papa? Get out of here. I'd rather do the Tootskis. But yeah,
Yeah.
it was bad for a while. That's why I don't really.
Be careful.
When will it
Yeah.
get bad again?
Probably never.
We
Yeah.
all bet against that.
Yeah, that's fine. I get it. That's cool. Everybody in the chat also thinks I'm gonna go back to drugs. This is fine.
Yeah.
You're entitled. People are entitled to their opinions about me, but
Be careful with the candy.
I love the candy.
Yeah, but it will catch up to you.
I
quick.
know.
Yeah.
I know. I know.
Oh,
One
man.
day,
But he
you,
seems
one
like
day,
he's losing weight.
I have
one day
lost,
you will
yeah.
come in and we're gonna go, whoa.
Yeah.
You know.
Because I'll eat. So, like, you were asking about the donuts because I'm short on money right now. those donuts were an Uber Eats. It was buy one get one, and I also had like they'll give you vouchers, like 40%
Do
off.
we have to start? Are you gonna buy him some meatballs?
No, I'm good.
And
I'm
also stop using Uber Eats if you're short on cash. It's
Yeah,
so
that's
expensive.
expensive.
Did you not just hear what I said? I said the only reason I did it is because it was buy one get one, and I had a voucher of 40%
It's
off.
still expensive.
Nah, it's not that bad.
It's
You should
still
join the
expensive.
football team and get the. some of the comments
I
food.
need a team mom.
No.
James, good morning. You're on the Mike Calta Show.
Good morning, Mike. How's it going?
Good, man. What's happening?
Well, how about this? The Coliseum's a pretty big venue. How about you guys have talked about fighting Spanish and yourself. So how about if you guys have a bout at the Coliseum and for the grand prize is, lots of boxes of candy.
Yeah, put it together. We'll meet you out there. Let me know. Let us know when you're ready. I love that people think we could just walk into a venue and be like, "We're going to fight here."
Yeah. Do you have candy, by the way?
Mm-hmm. Joe, good morning. You're on the Mike Calta Show.
Hey, Spanish probably has prison aids now, doesn't he? Any rumors to that true? Spanish prison aids from the ex?
No.
Oh, prison aids from.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
From the
Sorry,
ex
gotcha,
and
gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because if she
And
was-
you are a pussy. Scott Smith could beat up Martin Gramatica. Fact.
Man, you got a lot of anger this morning, bro.
I didn't even hang up on him. I let him just talk.
Yeah.
Scott Smith.
Yeah.
Who's got? Oh, like a player?
I don't know.
Yeah. Any concerns with that? Did
No,
she?
are you kidding me? I was wrapping it up, man.
Oh, that's good.
Hmm.
No,
I'm not asking any questions about it. Spanish.
Yeah, no.
I don't want to know nothing.
No.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, don't ask questions.
I thought that they have this guy on Fox 13 right now who wrote a book. Not him, the other guy. I thought it was Danny Masterson. And I went,
No,
oh,
it's
boy.
Fogel,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
It?
Yeah,
Dan
that was-
Fogler.
yeah, it was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah. 100%.
Are you serious?
Yeah, right.
How did they get him, Gio, and we can't get
Listen,
him?
I tried, man. I got you Billy D. Williams.
Good
Total
job.
fail.
Are you serious?
Watch when they switch back. I'm pretty
Fogler
sure that's
failure.
Fogel.
Yeah. Oh, it's Fogler.
Oh, it
Yep,
is.
there you go. Yeah.
All right, I suck.
I do agree.
Boo.
You do suck.
We should call over to Fox 13 and be like, can you put him on the phone?
Yeah.
I need to talk to
Just get him
Fogler,
for 2
please.
minute.
Yeah, I just want to get him on.
I just want to talk to him real
Text
quick.
Jen Epstein and say, hey,
Yeah.
hand him the phone. Let's go.
I can't, but this would have been great, Gio. What
Come
a
on.
failure.
I'm literally about to walk the
Come
F
on,
out of
dude.
here.
I mean, you
Yeah.
have one job.
Yeah.
One job.
One job.
Oh my
One
God.
job.
Man.
Russell Rhodes got this guy, and we can't
You
get
can
him.
all kiss
Wow.
my ass.
Get
Absolute
Corey Feldman to
worst.
come in. Now you can't get
You
Fogler.
ruined. It's Friday.
Don't they
You
know how
ruined
many
the
more
whole
people
thing.
are listening to this show than
Yeah.
watching this stupid show?
If you want a candy bar or some Neosporin, if you start scratching, I have some for you.
I do feel itchy.
Yeah, see?
I thought it. Oh, now
You
I'm
should
really
apologize. You should definitely apologize.
I feel like you don't want to do the show anymore.
disappointed. I'm disappointed. I
What
watched
are you
this
really going to ask Fogler?
Yeah.
Hey, I like. I saw you in the. You were Coppola. Cool.
Yeah.
Real neat.
Balls of Fury was a fantastic
yeah.
film.
Awesome.
I don't know why you need to turn this again.
I- like this would be so great.
What
This
am
is
I going to ask
amazing
Billy D.
interview.
Williams?
I just canceled him. I just told him no. I just canceled.
He loves The Offer. He wants Fogler to play him in the movie.
Yeah.
He was on the Goldbergs.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of stuff.
stuff.
I mean, he teed up for
Fogler is
you.
going to play me in the Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Hulk Hogan sex tape movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Fogler's only line is going to go, I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, I heard that
Listen.
the guy blames me, but I didn't have anything to do with it. That's all
Nothing to
Fogler
do
has to
with
do.
Yeah.
But I wanted him to learn from me so he can method act it.
Listen, I tried. I suck. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Just saying, Rob would have got him.
I got nothing to do with it. Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
canceling everything.
Too
You're
far,
Listen,
bro.
I'm
Too
canceling
far.
everything.
Even I disagree with that.
I'm canceling everything.
Yeah.
Stand by my love for Rob. No, who's that guy?
I had nothing
We
to
couldn't
do with
even
it.
get that guy.
Something to do with Batman, I assume.
Yeah. Charlie Belcher's off today. I
Yeah.
was going to call over there and see if we can get him on the phone.
Call the Belch.
Damn it. Look, the guy's up. He could have come here afterwards.
Yes.
Still
I
can.
am aware.
I mean, the
Yes.
failures just continue.
Oh, man.
Yes.
Just continue.
Is this what it's like when it's somebody else and not me? This is
I
nice.
guarantee you Russell Rhodes didn't watch The Offer 3 times.
No way.
No
He
way.
doesn't even know what that is.
No. My whole day's ruined now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cancel Joe List.
Okay, all right.
The scroll on the bottom of the screen just said Dan Fogler had nothing else to do.
Nothing else to do. He was
Totally
actually
available.
asking what he could do after Fox 13 today.
Well, according to the email, when they said, unfortunately, we're going to decline this request, they must have been lying to
Did
me.
they really say that?
Possibly.
Decline the request?
Decline.
Probably.
Decline. Listen, I tried to get Fogler. I tried.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't think
Doesn't sound-
I think
Doesn't
it's
sound like it.
Fogler. I think it's Fogler.
Whatever.
Maybe that's why they
Can you get me-
denied you.
Can you get me Dan Fogelberg?
No,
You could have tried harder.
Tell him.
no, I couldn't
You
have.
could have.
No,
It's all right,
couldn't
Gio. I appreciate you trying.
they added him like last week.
I appreciate you trying.
Excuses. People are talking.
Look, they're looking right at us.
Yeah, well,
Must be nice.
She's saying right now, Gio couldn't get him. It's a good thing we got Fogler in.
I
there.
didn't get it because that
Oh.
interview would have sucked ass.
Now
now
Mike's
you're
a bad
insulting.
interviewer.
Oh, okay.
I've got
Wow.
I had a higher standard, and that's what I was going for.
Okay.
You
Billy
sound
D.
hungry.
Williams
Would you like a
better
candy
than-
bar?
Billy D. Williams greater than
You don't even know who he is.
Dan Fogler,
Yes,
Jared Fogle.
yes, I think so. But I canceled Billy D. Williams, so that's not happening.
Did Billy D. Williams cancel himself?
No,
Or did he cancel?
I just texted as the manager and said
You're
canceled.
Lie.
I know when we booked it last night at 11:30.
When you text me, did you think I was going to be awake and ready for Billy D. Williams?
No, I was just kind of giving you a heads up.
Yeah.
Did you write to his manager and say, "Land no, Calrissian"?
Yes, canceled. Billy D. Williams will not be.
I
On
am
this
very
program.
land pro Calrissian, and I'd like to talk to him today. at
Well, that's
9:30.
not happening.
Well.
So, I mean,
Colt 44 now.
Land
You
no.
can't stop it.
I
Yeah.
can't stop
You
it.
can't stop it.
I'm 100%. I have all the information in the number.
I will use the force.
No, you can't. Well, you guys,
I like
one of you guys try and call him.
I can get him on the phone in 12 parsecs.
All right.
Yeah.
Did he ever sing Billy D. Williams, or was he?
I
I'm
thought he
sure
was,
he
right?
did.
Yeah.
I'm sure he
I
did.
thought he
He's
did.
smooth. He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Smokey Robinson.
I only know him from Modern Family.
Yeah.
See, I don't know him from Modern. What did he do on Modern Family?
He was
He
in a
guest
card
starred.
game, that Jay was in, and Gloria loved him and
Played himself.
had his cat. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
I didn't know he was a real famous person.
Oh, yeah. He's a legend.
And nobody knows who Fogler is.
He's famous though.
Fogler.
I
Nobody.
still don't think you're saying his name right. And that's why you didn't get the interview.
Nobody
Gio,
knows.
go
Yeah.
Fogler yourself.
You could ask 10 people who he is,
You,
and I bet you 9 of them would say,
you
I have no
mispronounced
idea.
his name in the email, so they didn't call you back.
That's not true. That's
Don't you know
not
I
true.
pride myself on interviewing people that go, I don't know who that is, and afterwards going, that guy was great.
Yes,
See?
yes.
Yeah.
I just sent you a video of Billy D with Diana Ross singing "You Got What It Takes."
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you can hear a little Billy D
Yeah.
singing if he wants.
Well,
It's the only way we're gonna have him on the show, I guess.
he's not going to be on the show.
No, that's what I'm saying. This is the only way because you canceled.
Yeah.
You failed.
Hey, everybody, take a break. Spanish has to eat a candy bar.
I opened it for Gio and I. This split. It's a Butterfinger.
Number 48 last week.
Oh, Wolfman.
Wolfman
Yeah.
Jack.
Takes more than the rubber. Make the winter go.
I'm going to play a thing called, we play a segment on the show, Billy D, called Did You Bang? And I'm just going to ask a bunch of women's names.
All the Supremes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. At the
sure.
same time.
Same time.
Yeah.
For sure. All right. We got to take a break. What are we doing after the break? Joe List is coming in.
Correct. Yeah, 9.
Billy D. Williams
Dan
is canceled.
Canceled. I just canceled it. Not happening.
Wow. What were you going to say?
I was going to say
Oh.
Dan Fogler is not going to be
Dan
on.
Fogler will
No.
not be here.
No Fogler. No
He's probably going to do,
Go Fogler yourself.
probably going to DAE right now.
no Fogel. No Feldman.
No Fogel, no Feldman, no rent. All right, we got to take a break. It's the Mike Calta Show. Joe List will join us next on 102.5 The Bone. Joe List is here. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. Am I close enough to the mic?
You're perfect.
Yeah, you're good.
You're
All right.
perfect. How's everything? It's good to see you. You are a dad now,
I'm a dad. big
which you
dad.
weren't before last time you were here.
No, not even close.
Yeah, I like your wife. I think your wife is very funny and she's a very cool girl.
Oh, thank you.
You
I like
seem
her.
like an yeah. It's important that you like her. I think.
That's exactly my level of affection.
Yeah.
Like, I like her.
How long you guys been married?
7 years. We just had our 7-year anniversary. We did absolutely nothing to celebrate.
You'll find that as time goes on. So I tell this story all the time. My wife and I were in the Eiffel Tower in Paris eating dinner when my mom texted us and said, "Happy anniversary." We had no idea that we had planned the most romantic anniversary. We totally forgot it was our anniversary.
Yeah, you forget, especially with a kid.
Yeah.
You know, and you're like, we just were at my parents' house and drove home, and she had a spot. She's like, I got a spot.
On your anniversary?
It was like 8 people.
Yeah.
But it was like, whatever. We didn't even fuck. We went to
Whoa, I can't say that word. This is not a podcast. Carmen, did you get that?
I got it.
Okay.
Oh my God. I'm so used to
Please don't do that
podcasts.
again.
I'm so used to podcasts. I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay. I did it Monday.
Also, in here, it's very casual, and you think, oh, we're not in a radio station. It must be a podcast. Yeah.
I've never done that ever in my whole life.
It's okay.
That was number one.
I was thinking about hanging a sign on the door that says, you are not on a podcast. Just to remind everybody.
But who does radio now? I mean, this is embarrassing.
I said this morning. I said, I'm the people who are always like, radio's dead, it's dying. I don't care. By the time it's dead, I'll be done. I'll be retired. I'm the last of the radio greats.
Yeah, good point. But by the way, I think I made another faux pas. I was at the security area.
Yeah.
I said your name. The guy was like, what?
I
don't know if he was kidding or not.
He didn't
He's
know
like,
that
he lives in here?
There's new
like,
security people.
He's like, I'm a huge fan. The other guy was like, quiet down. And I couldn't tell if he was messing with me. I almost said the F word again.
No,
I couldn't tell if he was messing with me or if I just made a big mistake.
I used to know all the security guys, and then I'd grease them at Christmas so that they'd all take care of me. And now there's all new security people. I don't know any of them. So
yeah, well, he's a huge fan.
Glad to see it. There are many here in the Tampa Bay area.
I didn't tell him I told him I was in the CIA and they wanted to discuss the JFK assassination. And he's like, no kidding. And I was like, I swear to God.
How old is the baby? How many months?
10 months. Just about 10 months. The 27th will be 10 months.
Can I give you a great piece of fatherly advice from somebody who has an 18-year-old now?
Please.
2 is when things get better. Right next year, you're going to be like, how much longer with this kid before it can answer me back and before it's... Then at 2, you're like, oh, okay, now I like it again.
Well, 2, but isn't it the terrible 2s? Isn't it a nightmare?
No, that's up to you. They become terrible 2s if you're a bad parent. My kids are great at 2. No problem. Parent. Yeah, that's I think you as long as you have a good relationship with the kid and you communicate with the kid, they're fine even at 2.
No, we're having a lot of fun. It's great. But now it's hard because he's really sweet and he crawls and he stands and he kind of shuffles on the table.
Yes.
And he smiles.
It
and he
gets
laughs.
exciting.
Yeah, but now it's hard to leave.
But yeah. Dude, we went to Ireland when my son was first born.
Good day, mate.
Yeah, that's close. And I couldn't figure out why I was almost like depressed kind of, and I realized it's because I missed a kid. I didn't have that feeling before.
Yeah, it's hard, but I gotta provide, right?
Yeah, you gotta get out there and do the work.
And that's what's hard too, because you're like, well, I have to be gone. I might as well go to a strip club.
Yeah. If you're on there, especially if you're in Tampa.
Right.
For the baby. Go for the baby.
It would be rude not to.
Yeah.
You have been to strip clubs. You were here for what? Mark Norman's bachelor party?
That's right. Yeah.
How was that?
It was
It
great.
seemed like a huge cluster F.
It was kind of clustery, but it was great. It was awesome. Yeah. There was a little bit of drama, a little bit of excitement. It was
I heard there was some good fights.
Yeah.
I heard you got a fight.
Because of food and Bert, right?
I can't shake this damn story, for God's sake.
Did we ever actually tell the story?
I don't know if we told it here. I told it. We told it a couple places on podcasts. But yeah, basically, I Bert ordered Thai food. I ordered pizza, and it was a big to do. But it all got eaten, and it was all great.
Are you and Bert cool now?
Yeah, we're cool.
I don't think so. He doesn't speak very highly of you these days.
Is that right?
No, I'm kidding.
Somebody said
Bert's famous now. We don't talk to Bert anymore.
Somebody said that Soder was like, yeah, no, I was telling him that you're like the best, and like he just needs to hang with you again. And I was like, so he's
still
talking about. He was saying bad about me. He's like, no, he wasn't. And I was like, but you just said you were trying to convince him that I'm a good guy.
Right. I will tell you that in all the people over the years that Bert did not like, he ended up liking them later. Who are some of the people like?
What's his name? Oh God, now you.
There's two stories, and I can't remember either one.
Filipino.
Yeah,
has a million.
Joe Coy.
Joe Coy. Yeah, Joe Coy.
He was very jealous of Joe Coy's success.
Yeah.
Now he laughs at it. Now he scoffs at it.
Send pictures of their jets to each other and buses and stuff.
Oh yeah, they're both huge. No, we were cool that night. It was all fine. I mean, everyone gets boozed up and crazy, and we had a great time. That night was a blast. It was awesome. The whole thing was unbelievable.
Yeah, I take long showers.
Me too.
I have a nice shower in this house. It's like a little room almost. It's got a little bench in there and the whole thing. So I'll put on a podcast or something. I'll listen to it, and I put on Tuesdays at Stories with you and Mark Norman.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it was a couple of years ago. and Mark had been here and did the show, and they asked me if I wanted to open and do stand up for him at the club, and I was like, all right, I'll do that for Mark. That'll be great. So I went out there and I did it, and I didn't know what to expect, but it was somewhat successful. And Mark's shows were sold out and went great. He was on the show. He had a great time. So I'm listening to Tuesdays with Stories, and you guys begin to talk about me. He's a great guy. He's a great guy. And then ultimately, it just became too bad he's fat. That was the whole thing. It just became one long fat joke the entire time. You were like, he's in a band. He's in this. He's great. But,
that was probably more Mark than me, I would imagine. That doesn't sound like me, but you got to make it funny. You can't just talk about how great somebody is.
I'm kidding. I loved it. I thought it was great. I think you two together. How long has that been going on?
10 years.
Yeah,
more than 10 years. Almost coming up on 11 years.
That chemistry between the two of you think if you put two guys in a room and just let them talk about their weekend, it's going to be boring after a while. It's not. I love it. I think it's great. You guys do a great job.
Thank you. Yeah, we're both raised on Seinfeld, so we go into that Seinfeldian.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
What podcast became more successful than yours that you're bitter about? The Are You Garbage guys?
Those guys. I mean, I'm not bitter about it. I feel like I'm too old to be bitter. And now, once you make enough money,
you don't get bitter.
You're not as bitter.
I feel it.
But Are You Garbage is insane.
Yeah.
Like there's moments like their Patreon is public. They make like $110,000 a month.
That's insane.
So I'm certainly not bitter, but I'm like, I would like that. That's fun.
What kind of money is Tuesdays with Stories pulling down?
We do well. We do very well. We make more than I think we make like a doctor's salary. I don't think ours is public, but we probably make like $15,000 a month
each.
Yeah.
Do you think that bothers doctors? I wonder if that. Like my brother is in the medical field. My brother has his master's degree, and I used to smoke him in salary all these years. And I go, that's gotta bug them. I dropped out of high school or college.
I would think so. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, we're all getting away with a real injustice for sure. Like I talk about my testicles and my father's testicles. Can I say that?
Yeah.
And
who doesn't want to hear about your father's testicles?
it's very lucrative. It's very exciting.
Yeah, it works out great. I'm happy for you guys. My neighbors said they were coming to see you last night. And then threatened to heckle you and blame it on me, and I was like, "Please don't do that."
Did they? Because somebody yelled out.
Oh, I don't know, but they're good people. But yes, I find that you have a lot more fans on here than you're probably aware of.
Well, Tampa has become. I've come here so consistently for 18 years. This is like my town. I do better here than anywhere.
Really?
It's crazy. Yeah, Side Splitters is really good, and also I get to do the show every time, which I appreciate. But they're really good at getting people like the word out. Like, hey, that guy you saw, he's coming.
Yeah, that's true.
And then I'm always doing new, so I think that that helps. But
why is it that Side Splitters is a favorite of comedians as far as the club? Because they run a really good video beforehand of a lot of great comedians talking about what a good club it is, and you and Mark are on there talking about it. What is it about Side Splitters that is like more conducive for comedy?
Well, BT's the best.
Yeah.
He's like one of the best. I mean, he's one of the great owners because he's on site. He appreciates comedy, and he'll get his hands dirty.
Yes.
Like I've seen him put people in figure four leg locks. And arm bars. And
yeah.
So he cares, and also I just think it's a great. As you know, like Florida is just a place where nobody gives a fart about anything. Like it's very hard to offend Floridians, I feel like. And even if they are, or at least Tampa or people that come to Southwood, even if they are, they go,
jokes.
And they go, all right, anyway. Like you can go on stage there and be like, Trump is a big moron idiot, and they'll go, anyways, what's
they
the
don't
next
hate
joke
you
about?
afterwards.
Yeah, that's what it seems like, or vice versa, and that helps. I think a good mix of blue and red, not even politically necessarily, but kind of.
So it's the area, it's the Tampa people that make it.
I think the Tampa people make it great, but also the club, like I said, they know how to do it, and it's just a great room. It's a good size, and they get people in there.
Good. I know a lot of people are going to shows. John, who does afternoons for us, said he's going tonight to the show. My neighbors went last night.
Gio and all of his.
Gio and the Junk Jockeys are going. So
awesome.
Yeah, good stuff. Joe List is here with us. Have you seen the great Bobby Kelly lately?
I have seen Bobby. We do the podcast, The Regs.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that too.
So I see him there. He's moving right now, so he's very stressed and angry, and more so than usual. But I see Bob all the time. I love Bob.
We explain this as he's my number one best friend.
I know you guys always say that.
Would you explain to the people that it's difficult to be friends with Bobby sometimes?
he's got Bobby's. I feel like he's like behind the couch. He's always listening. I'm gonna be like, yeah, you know,
He probably is listening
and then
right
he's
now.
gonna call and be like, Dad, what are you saying? How am I difficult? No, he's perfect to be friends with. Bert's the best. Bobby's also the best. Everyone's
They're
great.
all. We'll use this against you. All the audio.
Bobby is Bobby's scary. He does this thing, and I've confronted him on this. He'll go. He'll call. Doesn't leave a voicemail, and then text and says, "Call me."
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, what is that? And you know my personality. You know me. Like, nobody likes that. Just go, hey, man, can you give me a call? I want to ask about whatever.
It seems when he sends the words "call me" that you're in trouble for something.
Of course.
Yes, I get those feelings. Very few people in my life yell at me and tell me what to do and do that. But when Bobby sends me a "call me," I feel like it's going to be my dad yelling at me.
Yes, it's quite intimidating. And then I'll call and he'll be like, Dad, it's just checking in. I'm feeling a little down. I love you. Or whatever.
He's a very emotional, for as gruff and as tough as he is, he gets very emotional. He's a lot of I love yous, a lot of yeah, I'm having a bad day or a good day or whatever.
Yeah. No, he's a sweet boy, and I love him.
Who's your best friend? Mark Norman?
My best friend is a guy named Derek, who I went to high school with. He's my best friend, not comedian, but he's the funniest person.
What does he do for a living?
He's in the merchant marine business, but he's not a sailor. It sounds like he's like in a tank top.
Yeah.
He's like at a desk. He's like a fat guy at a desk. He's not. He doesn't do. When my wife was first meeting him, I was like, "Yeah, this is my best friend. He's exciting. He's in the tugboat industry." And she's like, "Tugboat?" I was like, "Oh no, it's not.
Yeah.
He's not like that." He's like a guy. He's a desk guy, but he's the funniest and my best friend by far.
Isn't it weird? Where's he from? Is he from New York?
We went to high school together in Massachusetts, but he's been in Seattle for 15 years.
It's so funny is that I find that my friends that are not in the show business are the funniest people.
Yeah, Seinfeld said that in the movie Comedian. He's like, when you're a kid, everybody's funny, and at some point, everyone goes off and gets a job.
Yeah,
like I'm like the fourth funniest guy in my group.
That's exactly how it goes.
But they're like, we're just idiotic enough to be like, maybe I'll make a living goofing around.
I love the show Seinfeld like everybody else does. I watch it every night before I go to bed. I don't love Seinfeld's stand-up. I don't know if that's fair to say. I think I've outgrown it a little bit. I went to see Jay Leno and I fell asleep one time, but I love Jay Leno. I think he did a great job on the Tonight Show. But I don't love his stand-up. So he's coming here in December and I want to meet him, but I don't want to go to the show if I'm not going to meet him afterwards. I'm trying to get this all taken. I go, if I can meet him, I will go buy tickets and go to the show. If I can't meet him, then I'm out. Just let me know now. I don't want to have to sit through it.
So how do you know? I feel like he doesn't want to meet you.
I did. He probably doesn't. Probably doesn't.
He's one of those guys. It's like,
he doesn't need to meet anybody else anymore. Yeah, but that would make me happy if I could have a picture with Seinfeld. I think it would be complete.
I met him when I was 16 years old.
I know, and that's why I'm like, man, I don't know. I want to meet him before. There's very few people. I have a short list of people that I'd like to meet or interview. That it's a short list now because I've had everybody on the show.
Tom Brady?
I've met Tom Brady. I have a picture with Tom Brady. Me and Tom Brady and the Super Bowl trophy together. So
Paul McCartney?
I have not, but it would be cool, but I don't care.
I hung out with him.
You did?
Oh, nice.
What capacity?
We went, Louis C.K. and I went to a show pre-cancellation.
Yeah.
We went to the show VIP style, and afterwards there's a little party, and Paul came up and chatted with us for
That's nice.
25 minutes.
That's nice.
Really
Yeah.
And I met Bruce also.
Bruce, yeah. Louis and I spend quality time together, and I know that's not a thing to you because you're friends with him, but I'm not, and I feel like he didn't hate me, which is good. I feel like he hates everybody, and he didn't hate me.
He liked our band.
And our band played, and while our band was playing, he was bouncing his head, and I was like, okay, I feel like we got double approval out of this.
Wow. That's really something.
And I will tell you that I'm revisiting the Louis show again. It's been a while since I watched it. It may be one of the most brilliant things ever on television.
It's really great. I got to revisit too because the clips pop up all the time.
Yeah,
and then that's what I get jealous about, that I didn't know Louis then.
He would have been part of this. Could have been Kramer.
Could have co-written an episode. I could have been the K-Man.
Yeah.
Sliding in.
Yeah.
You don't understand how much his mannerisms are the same as Kramer. When I watch the show, I'm like, that's Joe. This is Joe. Yes.
Well, you look like Kenny Kramer.
He does. The real Kramer. Yeah. Anyway, Joe List is here, and the reason he's here is because he's going to be at Side Splitters this weekend. 960-1197 or sidesplitterscomedy.com to go see him. And if it's not sold out, I would go online and pick your tickets and pick your seats now because those shows will sell out for sure.
I think the early shows are sold out, I believe, or very close to. So go to the late shows. And the late shows, those are tougher. So we need real good people because sometimes they get a little wild there. I will say, Side Splitters gets a little wild.
A little rowdy?
Yeah. Last night, some guy.
You're kind of what's a nice way to say this? You're dainty.
Dainty?
Yeah.
What is that? I'm like, what? Dainty?
You don't seem like a guy who's like, if their fight broke out next to me, I'd be like, look at these.
Non-confrontational, maybe.
Yeah, okay, that's more.
I'm non-confrontational on stage, but I'll get into it if I have to. But I've had this for years. I'll see comics be like, "Hey, why don't you shut your mouth, pal? Or I'll shut your wife's mouth." And I'm like, "Can you fight?
No, don't fight.
Are you crazy?"
Yeah,
people, there's certain comics who just talk like I'm like, "Are you like a trained fighter? Like that's a real person. He'll kill you."
Yeah.
And everyone probably has guns.
But that's the thing. We all got guns, and I don't see you as Galvin said, maybe not dainty, non-confrontational. I'm not fazed by fights or arguments, or I just let things happen around me. I don't care anymore.
Yeah, I mean, if they're going to fight me, I would be phased. People fighting in the crowd.
Can you fight? You've never gotten in a fight.
I've trained mixed martial arts for a long time.
I know you have, but have you gotten in a fight?
No.
Yeah.
I avoid fights, as you should. But
Derek does all the fighting for you.
No, I'm tougher than him.
Are you really?
Oh, I'd choke him right out.
Old tugboat Derek?
Yeah, he's a desk guy. He's a pencil pusher. What are you, crazy? I live in New York City, for God's sake.
I feel like he worked his way up. Was it you or Mark that said you fell asleep on the train and woke up several stops later and got mugged?
That was Mark. Yeah.
Have you been mugged?
No, not mugged. I've just had a lot of run-ins with homeless people. I had one in Austin where I had to run. And, I'm a big runner. I run. As soon as there's first sign of trouble,
choke them out.
I know people say this too. They're like, "Aren't you a trained? Don't you take MMA?" I'm like, "Yeah, but I goof around with my buddy who's a black belt, and we have fun." I'm like, I'm not choking out heroin addicts in the street.
Yeah,
that's insane.
It's a lot different too between just like rolling and then actually fighting a homeless guy and get his blood on you and stuff. And
exactly,
it's better to run.
Yeah, he's got HIV and a shiv and all this stuff. Like it's not. I'm like doing a fun I get some cardio. I learn some things. I'm not beating up men in the street.
Who would fight in an MMA fight? Who would win between you and Luis Gomez?
Oh, Luis would kill anybody.
Yeah,
this is what I disagree with Bobby, because Bobby and him will scream at each other, and Bobby's like, "Dude, I'm a tough guy," and I'm like, Luis would drag you around and kill you.
Yeah, but you guys are counting out. You're counting out Bobby's kid prison.
Yeah. No. So deceptively, Bobby. But now with the weight loss, I don't know.
Because Bobby's very strong.
Bobby and I got into it, and Bobby tackled me into the drum set, and I could not get him off me.
Oh, wow. Well, Bobby is extreme. Like, he lifts, and he's very strong. But Luis is both insane. I mean, he lives in an adult prison in his head, and he trains all day, every day. No, Luis is a serious fighter, I think. I think he would be, I mean, anyone that's, more trained, but I think he would destroy all. I think how many people are in here? 4 of us were like, let's all fight Luis right now.
Yeah.
I think he would handle us.
Challenge accepted.
I mean, I don't know. Don't you think?
No. I mean, not 4 of us.
I feel like you're underestimating.
I don't want to fight him one-on-one.
Right.
But I think of it 4
maybe
of us.
4 of us. I mean, the K-man's not gonna. I mean, that's not gonna be
poke somebody's eye.
Once we got him down, I guess. I don't imagine you're all that mobile in a fight.
Oh, you don't have to be mobile in a fight. You just got to be strong, and you got to be dirty.
But he could run around behind you, jump on your back, take you back.
What are you gonna do?
Choke. I mean, couldn't
carry him,
but
carry him around the room.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
like Andre and
exactly. I could talk a big game, but I'm 53 years old. I can't remember the last time I got in a fight. I'm just gonna shoot somebody.
So you and Bobby are the same exact age.
Yeah, well, that's why we're number one best friends.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Joe List, go see him at Side Splitters this weekend, 960-1197. The second guy to drop an F-bomb this week on the show.
Yeah,
I was the first.
He did it. So don't feel bad. Yeah, I mean, he knows we're not on the podcast. I got so
comfortable, and I was like, I can't, and I dropped it. It was hard.
You eyeballing the drum set at all? I saw on your Instagram that you're thinking about doing a little drumming. I saw you in there playing.
I mean, that snare looks a little.
They're not put together right now.
Yeah, so I was going to make it all nice for you coming in and stuff, but nothing happened.
Yeah.
Plus, I had to use the cymbals the other day, so I took the cymbals off. So
no, I love to bang on the drum, but I play the drums, but I can make it look. I play drums better than people that don't play the drums.
So I will ask you this: have you taken any lessons at all?
0 lessons.
Then you're way ahead of everybody else, because I saw you play the other day in a music store.
Yeah.
And you have rhythm and you know a little bit of what you're doing. So that's good. Which most people get on there and they go, how do you do it? And you have no idea.
Yeah, I can do this. What do you call it? Oh, geez, I'm attached to the cord. What an amateur. I'm saying the F word. The cord is attached to my shoe. This is like humiliating. I think I have to live here now.
Yeah.
Fine,
how did this even happen?
We got plenty of room. What did it do? It really wrapped around your lace?
Yeah.
Well, enjoy the couch.
I got to take my shoe off.
Actually.
Oh, I did it.
Oh, there you go.
But yeah, I can do it. Look at this.
I can do that.
That's
Do it.
triples,
Prove it.
triplets.
No.
Mine are better.
A little bit off.
What do I know?
It's better. Whatever, it's fine. But yeah, I can do it. Somebody commented on because I put a drum video up a couple years ago, and someone wrote, "What can't he almost do?" Which I appreciate it.
That's good.
As a compliment.
Good.
Yeah,
It fits.
Will you be going to any of the Pearl Jam shows in New York next week?
I'm going to both MSG shows, and I'm going to both Fenway shows.
I had tickets to both MSG shows, and I can't go, and I'm very frustrated with
Why?
that. Because we're broadcasting from Universal Studios that week, so I would have had to take the whole week off, and now I can't do that. So,
do you still have the tickets? Because one of the shows I don't have the tickets yet.
I was actually invited by a friend of mine. Yeah, there was a long waiting list, and I was at the top of the list. And now that I can't go,
I just realized I might hit up Louis, because Louis is still in an MSG. He's done so many shows there, and he's like, if you ever want to go to something, we can go VIP. So
yeah.
Nice.
Maybe I'll call in that favor.
All right, well, let me know. I'll come back up.
Yeah, please.
Have you met them before?
No, almost. So this is an interesting story. So Nate Bargatze, you must know Nate, Red State Nate. He's become friends with Eddie Vedder, and Nate is huge, crazy. Yeah. And so he befriended Eddie by doing like some benefit show, and he doesn't know, he's not a Pearl Jam guy,
Right.
He listens to garbage. So when he met Eddie Vedder, he was like, "Oh, my friend Joe List is like obsessed with you." And I had when I did Letterman, I had them play this song called Down, which I come on stage to, and so he just talked me up to Eddie, and Eddie was like, "I'm going to check him. Oh, I'll check him out." And I don't know if he ever did, but so he's aware of me. And then right before the baby was born, I was done working. I had gone hard on the road the whole time my wife was pregnant, because I didn't want to be around her. And I was finally done with all my shows. And like 4 days before the baby was born, Nate was going to be in Seattle. And he was like, "If you want, I'll fly you out first class, pay you for all the shows, and Eddie's coming to the show. You can meet and hang out with Eddie." And so I talked to Sarah, my wife, and I said, "Okay, great. I'm coming." Very excited. So I flew out there. I do the shows. He's supposed to come to the early show Sunday, and I'm all excited. And then the tour manager called. He goes, "Joe, come here." And I think, like, I don't know what's going on. Maybe I'm going to go meet Eddie. And he's like, "I wanted to take you out of the room in case you had an adverse reaction." He's like, hand on my shoulder, like he's going to tell me my dad died. He's like, "Eddie canceled. He's not feeling well," which is a bummer. But I'm also like hurt. I'm like, well, you didn't have to take me out of the room. Like, I'm not like, I'll be okay. I was like, I'm 42 years old. But it was actually kind of nice, because you're like, there's going to be stress. And I was opening. So you're like, you don't want your like favorite rock star to see you do a 7-minute opening set, because you feel like you have to be like, usually I headline, I'm doing this as a favor. And then you just think like a jacket, because you got to work clean with Nate. And I wasn't like killing. So then I just look like, he's like, "Oh, that little stupid guy with the glasses likes me,"
How about this? You want to hear a good story? The last Madison Square Garden show, I was there. I think you were there, the 9/11 show.
Yes.
Get a call from my buddy Frankie, who's a fireman in New York City. He's like, "Come meet me right now. We're going to Eddie Vedder's hotel." And I go, "Okay." I didn't even ask any questions. We get in the car. We go over to the hotel. We get there, and we are meeting with a guy who is getting a jersey and some other stuff that Eddie wants for that night on the stage. And all that. I go, great. So we give the guy the stuff. No sign of Eddie, but whatever. He's got the stuff. It was cool, and we may see him later on. Whatever. We go to the show, and nothing happens. I go, "Okay, cool, good show." Fly back here. Next day I'm at work. I get off the air. My buddy Frankie's blowing me up. I call him. I go, "What's up?" And he goes, "You're not going to believe this. Eddie Vedder's management just called. Eddie's forgot to take the stuff from the hotel last night. So they told me to drive up to Philadelphia now." And he went up there with his daughter. They put him up in the hotel, brought him out. He hung out at backstage with them and the whole thing, brought him up on stage in his fireman gear, gave him a big 9/11 shout out, the whole deal. It was great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sent the video. Yeah, we saw the video.
Him, he goes, "This is my buddy Frank Hill." I'm like, "That's Frank. That's my buddy Frank Hill." You don't know Frank. Yeah.
So were you bitter about that?
Yeah, very much. I was even more angry when he said me and a friend could go. I go, "I'll be on the next flight." He goes, "I'm taking my daughter." I was like, "Your daughter?
She doesn't care." Yeah.
Get out of here with the daughter.
I'm going to take a break and then we'll give him a call. Yeah. So anyway,
call Eddie Vedder?
No. No, we got to go because we got to call Billy D. Williams.
Oh wow.
Yes, Lando Calrissian.
Yeah.
He's in town this weekend. He's 87 years old. I don't know how this is going to go, but we're going to give it a shot.
That's exciting.
Yeah. Joe, thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Great
I appreciate
to see
it.
you.
Always happy to be here.
What do we name the baby? Do we say this? Is it a secret?
I wasn't saying, but now it's been out there. It's Marty.
It is Marty.
Marty, the one-man party.
Marty.
Yeah.
Well, good luck with Marty, and tell Sarah we said hi. It's great to see you. See Joe List at Side Splitters, 960-1197 or sidesplitterscomedy.com to make reservations. We'll take a quick break. Billy D. Williams is next on 102.5 The Bone. We're going to talk to Billy D. Williams. Is he on line one?
Line one, yes.
Billy D. Williams, how are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm fine, sir. How are you?
It is a pleasure and an honor to have you on the program. Thank you for getting up early, and welcome to Tampa.
Well, thank you very much. It's my first time here.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, you probably are. I don't know. Do you enjoy it, or are you sick of talking to all the Star Wars nerds?
No, I mean it's okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've been doing it for so long, and I don't mind talking about it.
What did you think of the new kid in the prequel, the Donald Glover, who played the young Billy D. Williams?
Well, I didn't think of much. I mean, he's a very talented young man.
Yeah.
I mean, I've watched some of the stuff he's done musically. So he's obviously quite brilliant.
I got to tell you,
but as far as Lando's concerned,
yeah,
there's only one Lando.
Yeah, you better believe it.
Yeah, right.
You better believe it.
I mean, you really were. That really was the only smooth character in the entire Star Wars trilogy. I mean, Han Solo was cool, but nobody was smooth like Lando.
Well, that's because Billy D. Williams.
That's right.
Played Lando.
Billy D., you must have been getting the most ass out of anybody in those days. You and Smokey Robinson, I would say, have to be at the top of the list for girls in the 70s, 80s.
Well, me and Marlon Brando.
Oh yeah, Marlon. Yeah, but I heard Marlon liked to swing both ways. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't. That's what
I don't know. I never got that feeling, and I knew Brando.
You did. You were buddies with Brando?
Yeah, I knew him. Yeah,
I'm a huge Godfather.
But I never got the feeling that he was swinging both ways.
Really, I don't know. I'm a big Godfather fan, so I read a lot of things, and that was some of the stories. One of the guys that they said that he had possibly made sweet love to was Richard Pryor.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. People do whatever they want. I couldn't care less. I just found it interesting.
Well, people say a lot of things.
Yeah, that's true. What about, I was watching a video of you and Diana Ross singing together earlier. Do you ever hook up with Diana Ross?
Have I what?
Have you ever hooked up with Diana Ross back in the day?
Hooked up with her?
Yeah, like, made sweet love to each
other.
You
mean romantically?
Yeah.
No,
huh? I don't know your marital history, so I don't know if you were married at the time. But I just thought those two are the biggest.
Well, I don't know if it's a question of being married, but we never hooked up. No.
Who did you? Were you dating anybody famous when back in the day?
That's none of your fucking business.
Oh, wow!
All right.
You're right. It is not. I guess I didn't mean to.
Are you calling to ask me a lot of questions that of that nature?
I didn't think
we don't need to talk to each other.
Well, okay. I didn't think it was bad. I was just asking about your storied career. I didn't, a lot of the times that was.
I'm not interested in talking about who I made.
Clearly not. Okay. Let me remind everybody that Billy D. Williams has a new book out called "What Have We Here," where I'm sure there are stories he will enjoy talking about inside. And he is going to be at Comic-Con on Saturday at 12:30, where he'll be doing a Q&A, and you'll be able to meet him and get autographs and take pictures. It starts today and it goes through Sunday, and he will be out there for his panel at Saturday at 12:30. Well, I
Okay,
I hope I didn't make you mad. You seem like you got.
Oh no! You didn't make me mad.
All right.
It's too early.
But you know
it's too early and too late to get mad.
You know, it's one of those things, though, as a young boy, seeing you and being as smooth as you are, you're like, I bet he got the ladies. That's all I was saying. I didn't think that. I wasn't trying to make you mad.
I've known a lot of ladies in my time, yes.
I bet you have. All right. Well, have a great weekend in Tampa, Billy.
Well, you stay well.
Thank you. Bye.
Oh, my gosh.
You guys didn't hear it because we had to dump it, but I got cursed out by Lando Calrissian.
By the way, you were right on how was it going to go.
Horribly great.
Yeah.
Horribly great. I said to him, "Did you ever?" He said, "Were I ever with Diana Ross romantically?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, "That's none of your effing business." He said it mad.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, I didn't want to hang up on him, so I gave him his plug and did the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know what? Dan Fogler wouldn't have said that to me.
No.
I blame Gio.
I don't blame anybody. That was great. That was better than I ever thought in a million years it would go.
What's a better story? We talked to Billy D. Williams and he was nice, or we talked to Billy D. Williams and he swore at me.
He told me to go F myself. None of my effing business. Yeah, I didn't. Oh man, he brought up Marlon Brando, and I said, "Oh, the big room." Nobody's ever heard that before.
Oh, yeah,
Marlon Brando.
Yeah, there was
Marlon Brando
all
liked
kind of
to
news
make sure he
stories
loved
about it.
everybody.
Yeah.
And so my thing was, I wanted him to go, "Oh, Marlon, yeah, he liked this. What he liked, you know, not that he talking bad about him or anything." Oh my God, it's so funny though. Is that I don't care about him saying that to me, but my heart flutters when somebody says, "This is the third F bomb we've had this week that we've had to dump on the show." I got cursed out by Joe List and Billy D. Williams in the same day.
In the same hour.
In the same hour. Oh my God. One very cool. One very funny.
Yes.
I'm a little bit flustered now. I don't even know. Am I supposed to take a break? Do we end the show or what are we doing?
We got 4 minutes. Well,
All right.
2 minutes of talking, so just keep going.
I've been
Holy
flustered for the
smokes.
last hour.
What's that?
I said I've been flustered for the last hour.
Why? You know I don't really care.
I can't. I just want to go home now.
Don't you beat yourself up?
I'm sweating.
Why?
Profusely.
It's not like Billy D. Williams just told you to go after yourself.
Oh.
Carmen,
Yes.
how quick can you get me that audio?
I can right after the show. I already marked it. So.
Okay, good, because I'm going to need to put that out there. Billy D. Williams cursing me out. None of your business.
Listen, Gio, if you want a candy bar or some Neosporin, if you start to scratch, I got your back.
I feel like I need to scratch. I'm like already.
I want to be
itching.
like, hey, Billy, at least I wasn't date raping people with malt liquor in the 70s.
I was really hoping you were going to bring that
All
up.
right. Works every time.
Yeah.
I was really hoping you were going to bring that up. I read that.
No, I wasn't really.
You
mad.
did that?
Yeah, he was. Well, he didn't do that, but
That's
he
the
was.
story.
He did a commercial for Colt 45, and it said
The tagline was,
it works.
Colt 45. It works every time.
Yeah, it works every time. Like gets girls, Carmen, loose,
A little Cosby.
a little loosed up,
Yeah.
loosey goosey.
Yeah, I was reading last night that he did hang in the Cosby circle, so who knows?
Yeah, well, he hung out with Marlon Brando too.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know. Yeah.
Maybe he was banging Marlon Brando, and that's why he got so sensitive.
I mean, would it surprise you at this point?
You know, I asked Smokey Robinson if he banged Diana Ross, and he said no, because Diana Ross and I were too close and too good of friends, and I knew her since she was young. He didn't say, none of your effing business.
Yeah. Billy D. Williams sounds like he's got something to hide.
What?
Just saying.
What'd you
There's
say,
a lot
Spanish?
of you.
Billy D. Williams sounds like he's got something to hide.
You don't say Williams, right?
Why? Why?
I think
Say
you're
like
just saying
Willems.
Willems.
Say
Yeah.
that.
Billy D. Williams?
No,
Now
now
you're
you're
Now
saying
you said it right.
Billy D. Williams.
Yeah, see,
You're saying Willem.
you don't
He
say it
will.
right.
You're saying
ain't got nothing to hide.
you're saying it like N4 would say it.
Yeah, sorry.
Billy D. the William.
Billy D's Williams.
There's a lot of people who are going to do a lot of things today. And at the end of the day, you're going to go home to your family and you're going to go, today was a good day. I got a promotion at work. My uncle passed away, or I won scratch off ticket and I won some money. None of you get to say Billy D. Williams cursed you out today.
Yeah.
I am the only one who gets that.
100%.
I am the only one who gets it.
I'm gonna let
Well,
you
that's a
keep it.
great end to the week.
Yeah.
Thank you.